Yeah, the fireworks, they'll be at 9 o'clock, call it. Yeah, 9 o'clock. You're going on live. Pardon? Yeah, it's only 3:30, yeah. Yeah, we're going in town around 6 o'clock, something like that. 6:30, 7 o'clock. Yeah. I think we'll actually go down Darling Harbour to watch the fireworks. I'm going to take my mum in there. She hasn't seen them in years. So yeah, I'll take my mum in there, give her a look at the fireworks. She should be happy. Yeah, I fucking mustn't have given my half-hour notice out. Hasn't been doing it lately sometimes. But yeah, it is what it is. Thought I'd go live for a little bit. Quick live anyway, just let everyone know that I will be going in town. I am in Sydney, so yeah. Around 7 o'clock, we'll be going in. So I'm going to put a fucking a thing here for Kick. I'm actually going live on Kick in a minute. So I'm going to play a movie before I go in town, watch a movie before I go in town. I can't even hear me Kick. Oh. Can't even think of my Kick channel. Look it up. I'll just drop the link to the Kick and I'll go live in there in a minute. Just going to play a quick movie, because I've got a couple of hours. LC won't be live till a bit later, so I thought playing for a movie. Sorry about that. Kick. There we go. Oh, come on. Oh, sorry about yawning. Oh, I'm not going in town to see a movie. I'm just going to play a movie on here first before I go in town. Yeah, Happy New Year to Woodsy. Yeah, I'm going to go in town, stream, have a feed, stream some stuff from in there. Be good. Get out and about, get it amongst it. Yeah, it'd be good times. Yeah, plus my mum hasn't seen the fireworks in years. Yeah, so I'm not sure. We'll have to go from Chinatown, get a feed in Chinatown, like walk from Central down to Chinatown, get a feed. And I'm thinking just walk down to Darling Harbour. That'd be the closest to go get a feed. Go watch the fireworks from my mother. I don't want my mum walking too far, so I'm just trying to think of the best spots. It used to be good when I lived in Balmain. When we lived in Balmain, all I had to do was walk to the end of Darling Street, like my main street, and the fireworks are awesome there. I'm pretty sure you got to buy tickets and everything there now. Where I used to live. Shame how things change. Yeah, but I'll post this link a couple more times. Yeah, won't be able to move much. Yeah, we'll be walking. That's why we're going in early, because it's going to take us. It's going to take like at least an hour, maybe an hour and a bit to walk down to Darling Harbour from town. So because it's going to be packed, man. Like last time I went in there, it was shoulder to shoulder. Yeah, so it's going to be full. But I got my mum with me anyway, so I've got to move slow. I'll just keep an eye out for mum. Make sure no idiots around who bump into her and shit. Got to keep her safe. I was going to go underneath the Harbour Bridge, like go up there, but just. Oh yeah, was he? Yeah. I know where that is. Yeah, nice. Yeah, fuck. That's not far from Edward Street and shit, eh? You know where Edward Street, Lilyfield is, where the housing commissions are in Edward Street, where Janko O'Hara used to hang around all the time. Oh yeah, it's shoulder to shoulder. It's full on like that. Call it like yeah, right from last time I went to I'm just fuck, about 10 years ago now. Yeah, from the Harbour Bridge, like the rocks, right back to the city. It was basically shoulder to shoulder. Like there is gaps, but like where you walk, it's basically shoulder to shoulder. It's pretty full on. Yeah, it is what it is though. Yeah, we'll go down Darling Harbour, get some good footage of the fireworks. Should be cool. The fireworks. I'm not sure if Darling Harbour and they're different fireworks, but yeah, we'll soon see. I was living at Drummoyne there for a while too. My mum and dad and I were living in Drummoyne, and we lived just underneath the Glazewell Bridge. And there was times like we used to go up to the Glazewell Bridge, and you could watch it on the Harbour Bridge. I mean, on the Glazewell Bridge, and it was actually higher than the Harbour Bridge, so you could see everything. It was pretty cool. It's my old boy. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, you can see like it'd be taller than the Harbour Bridge, not like the road, not the actual like the peak of the bridge. It's not taller than that, but yeah, it's taller than the road. So you're basically looking down on the fireworks almost when you hop on the Glazewell Bridge. Yeah, it should be alright. Yeah, soon, like if I can see it from Darling Harbour, or if I can actually see the fireworks from in town somewhere. If I can see them from Hyde Park, we might just go to Hyde Park. Because the other week when I was at Hyde Park, I remember I could see Harbour Bridge and shit from there. So, hey Daniel Barry, might be able to do it from there. If I can like watch it from there, because yeah, I don't want my mum getting in amongst it too much. Don't want to get too far away from the train station, and I don't want to go too far like into the crowds. Because my mum, she's 72. Yeah, she's getting on. And we dragging around the big crowds and shit. It gets a bit like not last time I went out in Sydney, but the time before, like the second last time I went out in Sydney on New Year's Eve, there was guys running through crowds, just slapping people in the head. They were like just running through, and I don't mean like just slapping people lightly, like they were running up real big slaps in the back of the head. And they were doing it in the back of the head. I don't know, like some people got smacked in the front of the head, but most of them were in the back of the head. And like I ended up calling out to the guys, and I said, "What are you freaking?" I was with Kylie. One of the first times I took Kylie out in Sydney, and yeah, they're just being idiots, man. So I've got to watch out for that shit, because I've seen that a few times in there, where people just run through, slapping people and hitting people, and they don't care who they hit or slap. They don't care if it's a woman. I've seen women get slapped in the back of the head. I've seen men get slapped in the back. So they just didn't care. They didn't care. So yeah, I've got to keep an eye out. But it'll be a good time. Hopefully there should be like a lot more other people out doing the same type of thing I'm doing, family shit. So if we make our way down from Chinatown too, hopefully we'll be in amongst some like Asians, and Asians don't muck up. You know what I mean? Asians are always respectful and shit. Like I know people don't like Asians, but man, one thing about Asians, they don't like fuck up in the street. Like shit's always kept behind closed doors with Asians. Yeah, so in the street they're very, very respectful. I like that. Some ain't, but yeah, most of them are. So yeah, Mum and I will try and stick with one of them crowds from Chinatown. I'll come back and drop Mum off, and then I'll go back in town. Be able to see. I might be able to stream the last bit of the fireworks at 12, at like midnight. Balmain, where we used to live, they used to have like not barges, but I suppose you could call them like barges. They're like things out in the harbour. They used to store ammunition there. I'm pretty sure for the war. Those those things in Balmain, like those little things in the harbour, they're all for storing ammunition and stuff, eh? Yeah, they were there to store it, but they never actually stored them there, did they? Yeah, they'll find like unload and shit and stuff. They were supposed to store dynamite and shit there years ago or some shit, but they've never done it. Well, they might have. I don't know. I'd have to look into that more. But yeah, I was always told that's where they unloaded all the ammunition and dynamite and stored it and shit there. So yeah, Dad said they just unloaded it there. So they might have been lying. I'm not sure. Yeah, but they used to let a lot of the fireworks off from that, but yeah, they've stopped doing that. Yeah. Oh, what about pork and sauce? My God, man, like that has to not been stopped talking about, man. Wow, like what she done to Tron and what she's doing to the other guy now, like that can't even get it up. Trying to make it like, oh, I'm gonna come over there and we'll have fun and this and that. She knew she wasn't going to go over there for anything. Like she goes over there to see that dude, but then goes over and sees Jimmy Biter. Like what the hell, man? Like pork and sauce, you need to get your priorities straight, mate. Stop ripping people off. That's like it's a scumbag act. You're gonna get bad karma from that pork and sauce, and you already have. So stop doing this shit. Yeah, I can't believe how much money she's scammed other people. Like David, like there's a few simps. I look over there and I think, what? Why would you even go backstage with that cunt? Like you go to the local fucking brothel or pub and get better looking than that. Like, are they for real? Are they for fucking real? Like, I don't get people going over to pork and sauces thinking, oh, I might get a bit out of this fat Oompa Loompa looking thing. Like, if pork and sauce put orange or like red dye paint on her face, she'd look like an Oompa Loompa. Like, she would. Like, if she dyed her hair green, painted her face orange, she'd look like an Oompa Loompa. Like, people in chat, tell me I'm wrong. If pork and sauce put orange on her face, dyed her hair green, would she look like an Oompa Loompa? Like, full on. And these guys are simping over it. It's like, man, haven't you ever been to the local pub and seen the local drunk ladies? Like, they're better than that. Like, the local drunk ladies are better than that pork and sauce. Like, what the hell? Like, walking. If they think it's on the internet, so it's easy. I'm not sure. Hey, Rose Kelly. Happy New Year's. Yeah, I'm down at the oldies. Having a New Year's with the parents. It's good. Yeah, I still don't get that with pork and sauce. It's like, wow, man. People are full simping over it. David, he's a full simp of it. I'm trying to think of the other simps. Feast Mode. I think Feast Mode thinks he might actually get a tap. He might get a chance to tap it too. I got sent something the other day, and I won't read the caption out because it's pretty bad. But mate sent a clip and he goes, "Turpy, look at this, man. Look how they're simping over it." And basically, I can't say what he exactly said because it's pretty fucking filthy. But he was saying, look, they're all trying to fucking get with this pork and sauce. They think they're going to get a bit along those lines, and it's like, Yeah, feast mode. Feast mode actually thinks he's gonna get a bit out of that, and like look at the bitch he's with. Like the bitch looks like 15-year old. That fat little oompa loompa he's with looks like it's got. And trust me, I'm not having a go at people with Down syndrome here, but she looks like she's got Down syndrome. Like fuck, man. Like feast mode. Like stop preying on people that are fucked up in the head, because she full on looks like she's got Down syndrome. Like fuck. Please don't have kids to her, because your dad fucking won't like that. Yeah, it's just weird shit, man. I just can't believe how much. And you see all the shit they talk about, like they bagged LC out to the fullest, you know what I mean? And I've said where I was standing there many times, where I stood on that thing, and they still pulled me into it because I come back over. And I tried to explain to them, like, everyone makes mistakes. Like, if we just turned our backs on every motherfucker when they made a mistake, you talk to no one. Like, just be honest. Like, every person that made a mistake, you turn your back on them, you'd have no friends, you'd have no one, you'd have no family, because if even family members make mistakes. Yeah, like how could you have kids with her? Like you look at him, he looks half on the spectrum. She looks like she's fully on the spectrum, or at least half on the spectrum. He looks part on the spectrum. She looks half on the spectrum. So if they have a kid, I think it will come out full spectrum. What I was just talking about, and yeah, that's bad. Like, that's just bad. Yeah, I don't know where they're gonna go from there. Because yeah, poor. Oh, I see that Aboriginal thing up there. I don't know. Yeah, I done that years ago. I'll get it down and give you a look. Open something up. Can I get it down or not? Maybe not. Wait. Using a little bit more angle to stretch the wreckage way off board. Just so under pressure to do something with the shot because the whole port is open. Yeah, I've done this for my mum years ago. It's just like a snake in like an Aboriginal flag. And she loved it. And she's got something like a little private message written on the back to me. Yeah. I was speaking to LC before. He'll be alive tonight on the cats have really wrecked my computer, man. They've stuffed the hinge on it. They broke one side on it. Now it keeps on like lagging back. And yeah, he'll be on Kick only though, guys. Remember that when LC goes live tonight, only on Kick. So make sure you look out for Kick. Yeah, make sure, because I'll be the only person letting you know that, like no one else is. Yeah, there's too many haters out there now.
Drop to 35 degrees outside, it'd be warmer than that on court. Much.
more rotation on the 4 and overall.
Yeah, Rose. I think I think Walk's in jail though, and no, Rose, you never treated him bad. Everyone was just saying like what they thought. Where's my phone? Is seeing internet go down real bad. I don't know why my internet's going out like that. It's close to the phone.
Just a great example of understanding the length of the court inside the baseline, but that's just so well executed.
It's weird. No, why my internet's down so low. Yeah, he got a strike the other night. Lene. He thought it was Noelle. She came up and porn bombed him with her tits. Yeah, but Lene got her. Yeah, I've got a feeling that's where he is, Rose. I've actually reached out. I'll find out very soon. Hey, Trish. I'll find out very soon. Where, like, if he's in there. Yeah, I've sent a message away. They do take a while to get back to you. Maybe up to 2 weeks, and that was about a week ago. So I'll doubt say it because it's that time of year. They'll get back to me in the next couple of days. Maybe the end of this week they might get back to me. Maybe Friday. Yeah, so I'll find out. Ask Woodsy like what they in jail. Like I remember I was getting sent money, and I'll be out of the jail before the money even got to me. Yeah, it used to piss me off. So yeah, they do things slow there. So if Wok is there, it's going to take me a while to find out where he actually is. Because I reached out to him and said, man, look, I'm looking for a mate. He's a close friend. I don't know his shit. I just said his name and his birth date. Hopefully they'll get back to me on that. I didn't know his address, so I couldn't say anything else. Didn't know his VIN number, MIN number. I should have asked him for his MIN number, like when he was on live. If I knew that, I could have got straight through. Could have like left a message, and they would have left me. Like they would have gave him a message, and he would have rang me. But yeah, fucking yeah, I can't remember him saying his MIN number. Yeah, Trish. Yeah, I was with you on that, Trish. I was trying to dance around it, but yeah, yeah, I got to be honest. I think that's where he is. I think Banshee Hunter Outback Wendell's. I think she got him. I tried to tell him. He kept on bringing that shit up, and I said to him, "Man, there's haters on here that do not like LC, and because you're here, they'll take the shit out on you, and yeah, because of what you're saying, they're gonna send authorities around to you, mate. They can't do nothing to me. Bah, 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 bah. Mate, well, I'll explain why they've done something to you, Wok, if you're watching from jail. Because I know if you're in jail, you'll have a tablet. And if you passed away, mate, I know you're watching from above. Mate, you were talking about your fucking shit online. Exactly like your whole operation, like how it operates, everything, man. You doxed your address, you doxed your name. I honestly don't know how you thought you were going to hide from it if they did come for you. I'll just be straight out. Wok drank too much on panel. What he drank on panel was more than his pension. That's just a thing there. I'm thankful for the family I've got, how much I can drink and shit. Otherwise, I couldn't drink how I drink and do what I do. Because to drink every day like I do and how Wok does, that's a lot more than you pay. That's why I said to him, I said, mate, you got to rephrase what you're saying and shit, mate. Like, you're going to fuck yourself over. He didn't listen to LC. He didn't listen to me. He didn't listen to Trish. Trish warned him. I've seen Trish warn him in chat many times. I warned him. Like, few people fucking were warning him, stop talking your shit about that. Oh, I'm right. Fucking, I've been selling roids for years for Thailand to Americans. Like, what? As soon as he said that, I was like, you idiot. You fucking idiot. Like, at first, all they had on him was hearsay. But when he said that, he's been doing it for years, they would have said, oh, yeah, well, people would have thought, oh, there'll be a paper trail to him. And I think that's exactly what happened. I'm almost certain that's what's happened. The paper trail just didn't add up for him. And they're like, oh, this bloke's sus. And they looked more into it, and they got him. I'm not 100% Rose and that, but yeah, I'm just speaking from past experiences. Yeah, I'm just thinking how it played out. And if he was dead, I would have found him in the LC said about it's up to your family to put it in there, but no, you still can find out if they've been through cemeteries and shit. So no, like yeah, if he died, I'd find out. He's not dead. If he is dead, he's still in the morgue somewhere because his family hasn't picked him up yet. But still, I'd be able to find something there on him. Yeah, no, I just can't find anything on him, man. That's why I think he's in jail. If not, he might be in rehab. Could be, but most rehabs will let you ring. I just can't see him being walk. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Trish. Like, and like he was jumping around with his back, doing like he's saying he can't move and shit. But then he's just swinging around in the chair like this, and then he's like letting his dog jump up on him. And it's like, yeah. Okay, Craig, if you want to jump up, Craig, you know you're welcome, brother. I forgot to drop the what's it called link. Sorry, guys. It's the first person I've seen that jumps on panel in chat. Oh. And Woodsy, you're always allowed to jump on panel, man. Just cam up, like put an avatar if you don't want to be seen. You know what I mean? I know you are, Woodsy, man. Just if you want to jump up. Anytime, just use the avatar. Gangstagram. I'm trying to think who Gangstagram is. Oh. Just hoping it's not that Peter Pan dude from down South Australia. That Peter Pan dude from South Australia. Far out, he's a simp.
Choice going with some depth.
Tenstagram. I just realised Tenstagram's a bloody mod. Who is that? Who is that? Oh, it's Mark. I was thinking, who is that? It's you, Mark. I'm thinking, who the fuck is that? I'm thinking, fuck, he's got a mod. Fucking hell, someone's changed it. He had me spinning him, brother. Yeah, that's Mark Zuckerberg. Yeah, sweet. Yeah, how you been, brother? Having a good time in there? See, Reedy, Jesse Reed, with I only seen him. Yeah, I seen him not so long ago, Reedy. I won't say where, but yeah, I seen him somewhere. In a good place. Yeah, it needs to be Mark Zuckerberg. Yeah, nice. Don't know if Spanion's in Australia at the moment. He might actually be overseas during this time. It'd be good if he, you know what? It'd be good if he done a bloody. I'd actually, if he was live, I'd actually go meet up with him. Like, you know, like he won't do a live with you, but he'll, you know, you can go say hello to him and shit. I'd actually go do that. One sec, Bob. I just gotta grab my charger.
I'll check the audio if it's echoing.
Plug this into. Just there. Nice. What have you been up to, Craig?
I'll just check if I've got audio issues first, Terps.
No, you're right, bro. You sound good.
Oh, fucking thank fuck. It's 1 in 3. It's 1 in 3 I can hit right.
No, you sound perfect, bro. There's nothing wrong with it.
It's probably like my left and right fucking hook action, mate.
Yeah.
I'm better off. I'm better off with the southpaw than I am with the fucking standards.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I like going against southpaws because I like actually shaping up in southpaw myself. I like having my right as my jabbing hand because then it's a good sturdy jab. That's good.
Nah, fuck. What a year, mate. What a year on YouTube, let alone anywhere else in Australia. Well, Australia as well. Like, there's been some highs, there's been some lows. Still bouncing back after all that, you know. 2024, it took a long time to return for, like, a lot of businesses and all the rest to regroup and regather. And I think it's taken a lot for personal toll on other people to get their steady minds in place.
Oh, man, my dad was talking about it before they even done it, Craig. My father was talking, before even that the flu hit, my dad was talking about, like, man, because they were talking about in Sydney with the light rail and in Newcastle, the light rail, and they're putting that in before the flu hit. So they started shutting down all the main streets. Hunter Street in Newcastle, George Street in Sydney. And it's like, they're the two main streets. And they just shut them down, man. Just shut them down. Then the year straight after it, bang, that flu thing came out. Then we're locked down. Mate, those businesses just died. You seen the other week when I was walking through there, how many abandoned buildings were there? That was thriving, bro. That was the place. Like, if you wanted to go shopping and shit, that's where you went shopping. Used to thrive. It's just dead. Like, I know what they've done it for, because they want to put flats and shit there. It's like, this is too good for shops and shit. Like,
turn it into like a high commercial or a high. At the end of the day, all they're going to do, make it again. It will rebuild Turpie there, and mate, fucking, if anyone had money, it will become the next hotspot in Australia. I guarantee it. Yeah, you've got like the centre. You've got water there. Yeah, all the rest of it. You've got something. It's like, mate, go back 20 years ago. It was a seedy little fucking town, fucking full of steel workers, all the rest of it, and that. Mate, I've been there. Like, some of the shit you show, mate, I've missed, because we used to do stopovers there, stay in hotels, all the rest of it, and all the rest. And there was some 4-star and maybe 5 sort of accommodation, some of the big names, all the rest of it. Some of the shit that you show, I'm like, fuck, mate, I never got to see that, because we'd pull in there in the afternoon or late at night and then leave. You'd spend $600, $700 a night. You go to a couple of pubs and whatever, and the restaurants and all the rest. A lot that you show, I'm like, where the fuck is this in Newcastle? I've never even seen these places because you got hooked into.
Now, a lot of us,
make sure the truck's secure or all the gear's secure, and then just hit a couple of spots. And I'd get locked into a couple of local pubs. I like local pubs because you can go there and fucking hang out with, publicans and
where you'd fit in. Where you'd fit in right in, bro, is in my suburb, like where I live on that little island, Carrington. And the pub used to be 24 hours, bro, but 20 years ago, it used to be 24 hours. So you would have, I think you maybe would have been through those pubs.
Well, I probably did.
Like, the Seven Seas, it was called. Yeah, they were the pubs to be at. Like, if you were going to be at a pub, you be at the Carrington pubs. They never shut. Now they actually do.
Yeah, that's where the characters were. Not these new age people that think they've got a couple of $100 for a night out and they're doing it one night, like one night a year or one night a month sort of thing, and grooming another girl or grooming a boy or whatever they do. Yeah, that is so different to how I grew up.
Oh, not just that, Craig. You get in those certain same areas you're talking about, mate. You get people that get on the coke for the first time, and they go out there drinking, and so they think they're 10 foot tall, 10 foot wide, man. All they want to do is fight.
Yep.
Because they've got some coke up them, and I've seen it a lot with the younger guys out there. They get on the coke and they've never had it before, man. They just want to fight. They look like bulls, man. They're not got nostrils like this.
Yep.
And they're just looking at people like, fight.
Yeah, they're on the hunt. They're instantly on the hunt after they've had 3 beers. They've had a couple of snorts before they've gone. They've had a snort or two in the toilet of the pub or whatever. And then they come out. You're exactly right. It's the old bull joke. Like, don't run down the hill and fuck them all. No, I'm just going to fuck the first bloke up that I think. And then you meet blokes like us that go, mate, please, just put your and they swing and you're like, bang, you're on the floor, mate. It's like, fucking, I'll pick you up and I'll put you back on your bar stool, kid. But please don't. Even with the older blokes, even the tattooed blokes and all the rest, Turby. I was in Newcastle and these abos, and nothing against your missus. I know she's not that type. Sorry for ever saying it.
I know that, I don't take no offense to it.
And I'm like, there's 2 of us, there's 10 of you. Which 2 of you want to go against 2 of us? And my mate can't fight, but I'll take those 2. And he might actually get involved afterwards when the other 10 of you jump in. It's like, they're like, nah, you cunts are not right, mate. Yeah, you're not right there. I'm like, mate, you're all puff and breathe. Get down to where the sea breeze is and enjoy that, you blokes, You ruin it for all the rest of the tourism that comes there and all the rest of it. So I'm sure the locals are cleaning it up. So
they are slowly, bro. They are slowly trying to. But it's the footy. It's because it's a footy head area. If they're footy heads, bro. They get on. They're big. They're fit. So they train all the time, and then they get on the coke once every now and then. And when they do, man, they turn into that raging bull. And that's what they deal with there.
That's a little testosterone thing, mate. I can tell you plenty of stories about the Raging Bull, like Gordon Tellis up here at Doom and Eagle Farm, Alan Langer, fucking the Wallace brothers, the fucking Webkeys, and fucking all the girls back in the day.
Alan Langer and Johnsy, they're the same, bro. My mate owns cabs owns cabs in Newcastle, and man, Andrew Johns. He was being real fuck with one night. He got this girl in the cab, started touching his bitch. This bitch jumped out of the cab. And then, like, while he's in the cab, like, after she left him, he's in the cab and he's telling the cab to drive here and there, and my mate's taking him here and there. Then all of a sudden, the cunt starts pissing in the back of the seat.
You know where it came from? You know where that came from? He just hit that one stubby or that one whatever he took over his limit, and thought that he was the fucking champion, and it all got ruined. But the taxi driver was actually respectful to him.
Yeah, and my mate didn't even like do it. My mate could have bashed him, but he just got him out and he said, "Man, the ride's over, mate."
Yeah, they give respect where respect's due. They're on the footy field, but when they're in the bars, the clubs, the pubs, or fucking just eating out and they're full of piss and getting a kebab in their mouthy, no, their time's done. They're just fantasizing.
When my
That-
daughters are
that's
young-
why they-
When my daughters were about 14, my oldest was about 14, and my middle age would have been 9, 10. We went in town and we're at Macca's, and there was this absolute stunner. She would have been about 25, 23, 25, and I mean, she was absolutely stunning, like stunning. And she was a brunette, and mate, she was trying to jump in our cab, and like I'm going, I'm with me 2 kids, and like she wanted to come home with me. I'm like, I'm with my kids. What are you doing? And she goes, I need to get out of here. And I'm like, and she goes, I want to come home with you. And I'm like, I'm with me. What are you doing? Like anyone could have taken advantage of her. You know, that's what I'm getting at. And like I ended up saying to her, like, love, you all right? And I didn't know if she had money, so I took out some money and I said, yeah, love, here's some money. Get a cab. And she goes, no, I've got plenty. And the taxi driver goes, no, she's already paid. She's got plenty of cash. So this taxi driver was just ripping her off, driving around. She was the one that got out of the cab first. Then she tried to jump back in on our cab ride again. And I'm like, what are you doing? Yeah, and then I ended up talking to her. We ended up dropping her off at her house. But she was absolutely stunning. And that's what I've done that on purpose. Like, because I hope people do that to my daughters. There's good karma coming around. But man, like other people, I could see people sitting off her, like hanging off her, like just waiting. You know what I mean? Like just waiting. Like, oh,
yeah,
she
waiting
was
for that moment where she's totally vulnerable.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to see
I was
that.
like, okay, love. Yeah, and we took her home, and my daughters, they still remember that night. And they talk about it. They go, Dad, I love how you done that. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I hope that karma comes back to my daughters if they're ever like in that situation. Yeah, that happens a lot in Newcastle, like where women are just. There was a woman that was like that, but on Beaumont Street, Hamilton. And a dude led her up a laneway and raped her. This was about 2 years ago. And that's
Debbie. That won't change.
That's pretty unheard of.
This shit will be around, and if you watch other YouTubers and especially the ladies, I reckon even some of the males will be raped by other males in this YouTube thing,
bro.
Like, it's
100%.
I see some of the shit that goes on how they're actually like led into a false sort of belief in that. Like, fuck me, it's like, are you people actually real, or is it? Am I actually fucking lucid to what's going on in life? Like, no chance of that. But
Bob, I tell a lot of people that live in Queensland, man, that's one place you do not want to go to jail. Queensland, right? Like New South Wales is different. So here, you don't get raped in like, and if you do get raped, people are going to help you and bash the other person that raped you. In Queensland, there's so many grapes that happen up there. I had one of the hardest little fuckers from Newcastle get raped up there. I know for a fact he got raped. He told me. He goes, Mick, fucking, you wouldn't believe this, man. I got raped up there. And the dude's name was Bronco. He had a dude up there called Cowboy. He was a martial artist in there. He's the only dude I've ever heard of that given that Bronco a serving. And, this Cowboy even give it to Nathan Bryant, the Boggo Road Giant, bashed him as well. Queensland's different to New South Wales.
Boggo Road's been gone for 40 years, too. So.
Oh, but that's what they called him, the Boggo Road Giant, because he's from Boggo or something.
Oh, all right. Yeah.
That's where that big wrestler dude's from. Yeah. He kicked the cell door off, bro, up Queensland, but I got told that,
But it might have had weak hinges, or that was a different story, mate.
Yes.
Like,
yeah, man. People that know about cell doors, man, you struggle to lift one, let alone kick it off the hinge.
yeah, nah.
They're 80 something kilos, man. Like we used to have to get them up on these, like, because I used to make cells, like portable cells, man. We used to have to get them up on these like winch things and like put them into place, and then like the holes in place while you bolt them in for the cells.
Yep.
I used to make jails. So when I heard that story, I was like, "What? He kicked the cell door off? Like, what the hell?" Yeah, but I think it's more of a story than anything.
But it's a myth.
Yeah.
It's all that sort of stuff. Like most of these prisoners and all the rest, just to justify themselves, they got to tell something. Most people are just go in, do their time, and get out. Like you know what it's like. So
Yeah, man, the grape and stuff went out in the early 90s. Like, it was real rife in the 70s and 80s. But that shit went out the door.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, but Toby, you do live in a nice bit of country, and you do take advantage of it with your IRLs and all the rest of it. I like seeing your walk and talks.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a lot more of them this year coming. Be doing a lot more of them, bro.
Yep.
And be going from the 29th. I'll start work any day from the 29th onwards, like where I'm working at. And man, where I work at, it's a beautiful place, man. Like, it looks nice, and there's just women everywhere. It's going to be eye candy for all the men. You know what I mean?
No, Toby, don't show women. Your wife will get jealous, and you'll be in trouble when you get home. Don't proclaim it is only just because you're streaming. We know you're only human, mate. Everyone likes a burger.
Oh, she knows I look. She knows I look. No, she knows I look. I've told her, like, Kylie, I always eat at home. Doesn't matter where you get your appetite from, as long as you eat at home.
That's true, mate.
You can look at the fire, just don't stoke it.
Oh, mate, I love starting fires, and I like putting them out as well. Especially after parties, though. Especially after parties when 20 girls have been around and a few have, like, actually got naked and all the rest. And my wife's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" I go, "Mate, they're entertaining for the last stayers." So,
yeah, it's like it's yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, life can still be crazy, mate. Life can still be crazy. We don't need to live it through someone else, but that's why I'm always smiling, mate.
Yeah, me too, man. Like, you're much like myself, Bob. Like, you know, we're just here to have a good time. You know, we're here for a good time, not a long time. You know what I mean?
Mate, forget. You can destroy most of the people. You can destroy most people on YouTube once you actually start just asking a couple of questions, see their reactions. It's not a psychology sort of thing. Most of these fuckers are no-hopers and all the rest of it, but they do like to tell a little bit, like tell something, which it gives you like one of those things. Hey, you just jolted my mind. It's like looking through a photo album or something like that. You know, watching old home movies of what you actually recorded back in your day, and it'll be a lot like YouTube. You'll look back to yourself and go, "Fuck, why did I say that on YouTube? And why did I do that? And you know, why do I react like that to someone else?" Like,
well, I've only just gone through. It's funny you say that, man, because I only just looked about 2 months ago. That's why I've changed a fair bit. Well, I hope I've changed. Like, the way I used to react on here, I just jumped down people's throats, and I was like, what the fuck am I doing? It's fucking YouTube. Like, what am I doing? And I knew it myself too.
It's not just YouTube. You actually feel like you're talking to someone. But who is this someone you're talking to? So,
well, there's a lot of people on here I do sort of connect with you, LC. A lot of people on panel, man, I do connect with. Don't get me wrong. And it is like I'm at the pub.
I gave up.
Yeah,
I gave up the pub. I gave up the pub deal a few years ago. I've got a mate or two that I go because I know they're still straight up, but I wouldn't go to the pub with my wife and kids unless it was just for a meal, like sort of thing. But sitting in a public bar with some fuckwits like around, and they start perving on your wife and your kids, or saying something or getting that one eye sort of judgment. Man, I'm too overheated. Like I get really sort of like I view everyone else. I watch wheels on cars go around to see how fast they spin, and I judge it. Like Turby, like is that car wheel going 6 kilometers or 100 an hour? Like, man, I'm
bro. I get what you're talking about, because like I got three beautiful daughters.
Yep.
And two that are pretty much of age, and I get that when I go to the pubs now. Like I can feel the eyes looking at me daughters. You know what I mean? I'm like, I look around and it's like, what are you always looking at? Because I know they're not like staring at fucking Turpy. I'm not good looking, and, like, and then I'm staring at my wife. He's staring at my kids. What are you doing?
Which one?
Hey, Mark,
which one do you want to pay for?
Yeah, it gets a little bit weird, man. Like when you're there with your kids. Like, that's why when I go to pub, I usually just go there to watch UFC. There's too many weirdos there now. There is, man. There is.
Not saying people are weird, but I think their whole judgment of life, or the desperate moments of hooking up with someone or meeting someone, it's a challenge in life nowadays. It's not like it used to be before. You go outside, ride your bike down the road and chat to your neighbours or whatever, you know. Even as a full-grown person, people are really strange when you try to interact with them.
Oh, man, bro, last night on the train, like I was talking to LC and my phone went dead, and I was like, fuck. And I swore, and I didn't realise I swore that loud. And like this lady comes up and goes, "Oh, is your phone?" She was only about 30, maybe 35, maybe. She goes, your phone flat?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And I thought she was about to grill me over about, because at first she goes, "Oh, sorry, I just overheard," and I thought she was about to say, "Don't be swearing on the train and shit." And I'm like, "Oh, here we go." And she goes, "Oh, do you need a charger?" And she pulls out a portable charger with a cord in it and goes, "Yeah, charge your phone." Like, so there is nice people out there.
Don't you think that's a bit odd, Turby, in this day and age? Like someone offering you a charger. Was she trying to hook up with you?
Well, yeah, she gave me a number and that. So, yeah, I think it might have been, I'm not sure. Yeah.
If only you were single, Turby, you would have taken advantage of that. But remember, most of us, when we were single, once you get past 25, 30, it's hard to pick up chicks. You feel like you're out of that whole dating scene and all the rest. And there's plenty in chat that probably felt the same. So
I was the opposite, man. I never really got looks in until I was like, bro, I found it hard to get women right up to 25. Once I turned 25 and like, man, and having Kylie, I swear, when you don't have a woman, women don't, this is what I found anyways. When you don't have as soon as you got a woman, every other woman looks at you, and it's like,
I was totally the opposite. I was totally the opposite. Every chick looked at me, and fucking, I was like banging left, right, and second, and keeping them all on the shutter side, like away from everyone else and all the rest. And if I played lonely and dateless, man, they were just coming hard and strong. And I was like, I was a little bit ripped, better looking, not as fat as what I am now, or carrying like the man boobs and the man waist and all the rest. Like, people say, "Oh, you're so fat," and all the rest of it. Fucking, I'm a little bit. I'm a little bit.
I'm being honest. I need to get some. Oh, thank you, Colette. Big ups. Colette's my main donator for Kick. She's an awesome lady.
Yep.
Yeah, she's an awesome lady, Colette. I can't say her name because when she does send things through, it does come through with her name, but I can't say her name. But her name on his Colette. Yeah. When every man always it's you're like one of my mates. Like you would have been, you would look like a man when you were younger.
Oh no, I had
You know what I
mates
mean?
that
Like,
actually looked like you, Turby. And when we were like 17, one of my mates, he's actually a spitting image sort of you now. And same deal. He was buying us alcohol, Southern Comfort, JD bottles, the 375 or the what do you call them, the hip flask ones. Man, he never got asked for ID.
Yep,
And he was a year younger than me.
wow. Man, I always looked like a kid. Like when I was 20, looked like a kid. 21, looked like a kid. Even 24, looked like a kid. It wasn't until about 25 until I started to get, my shoulders started getting wider and shit. Yeah, Yeah, I was a late bloomer myself, call it. Yeah, just late bloomer. All my mates, they all could get in clubs and shit. I'd have to sneak in through the back door. I'd have to pay the bouncer to meet me at the back door. That's how I used to get in the clubs. I used to go to the clubs at the Cross, and there'd be usually some big Islander or big white guy, and I could talk to him because I always knew how to talk to him. And I'd go, hey, brother, hey, fucking. And I used to buy a pot off for a lot of bouncers, and from the Cross. So when they would go talk to him and go, hey, brother, hey, also, come here, also. And they'd come over, hey, what do you want, little white man? And I say, oh, fuck, I want to buy some yandy and buy some hashish. They buy some hash off him or something. And then I'd say, oh, bruv, and I want to get in the club, bruv. If I give you 50 or 100, would you let me and a mate in? Oh, yeah, also. They'd let me at the back door and let you in. I look like a little kid. I used to always get kicked out, though. They'd see me in the club and they'd go, what the fuck are you doing in here? I'd have to go straight back to the bouncer. Hey, also, let me back in.
But ain't that the way now? You walk into a nightclub and you look at half the blokes and you're towering over them and go, "Are you actually legal, bloke?" And they're like, "Fuck, mate, I'm 35 and I'm fucking, I'm more staunch than you." And I'm like, "Mate, I don't care how tough you are or what you do or how much money you have and you live in a city apartment. Give us a life story." And then they'll go, "Oh, I've got nothing, and my dad's from fucking. My dad's over in Hong Kong, and my dad's here in South Africa, and he's sending me money." It's like, mate, I know your life story already. But then you'll meet a couple of hard men.
Okay. Oh, because I was about to say is when we first moved in Sydney, like from Newcastle, like there was no dudes with beards and shit. Like when I played football, we moved to Sydney when I was like 10 or 11. My mum and dad took me out to Five Dock Wanderers and that to start playing football, like Leichhardt Wanderers. And Dad's seen these dudes with beards and shit, and Dad's going, "Oh, what age group are they?" And they were younger than me, man. And my dad goes, "Fucking what?" Mum and Dad were shocked, and like, Dad does not like that, you know. And he goes, "Nah, fuck, I ain't let my little pencil neck son play here." That's what he called me, little pencil neck. He goes, "You're not playing football with these little pencil neck. Let's go." I was like, but then he took me and put me in kickboxing. Kickboxing and karate is like, yeah, get your ass kicked, but yeah, don't get that. I never understood that. I was always thinking, he'd let me get my ass kicked, but yeah.
It's probably more. He was probably thinking about the same sort of size, weight league, and all the rest of it. Like,
yeah, no, he was. They were under. Like I was like 11 or 12, and there was under 9s, and it was Ben Teo, like a first grade footy player, and man, he was huge. He was an Islander guy, huge, fucking huge, man. And I was like, oh, and then we found out he was under 10s. I'm like, what the fuck? He's younger than me? What the fuck? He was the biggest kid there. He was younger than me. I was like, two grades under. I'm like, oh fuck, I'm in some fucking pain. And then the big Lebo dudes came out from like the Five Dock team, and they had beards like this, man, full face beards. And it was like, I even said to Dad, yeah, nah, I'll pass on this one. Yeah, it just wasn't the fucking same.
It's all a
Don't get me
little
wrong.
bit intimidating. It's all a little bit intimidating when you're at that age, but when you get to 18 and 19, and you know what, your semen kicks in, your brain, the whole thing, I wanna root a lady and all the rest of it. Most males are actually the same size and the same mindset at that time in life. Like that's what I found anyway. I wasn't
Most,
intimidated
yes.
when I hit 17, I'm like, fuck, mate, I'm not scared of any of you brunts or anyone else or whatever goes on. I've seen enough already. I've been to enough family parties and islander parties and mates' old man's parties that are traveling overseas and all the rest. And, mate, there'd be 50 or 60 great looking chicks, and you're thinking, fuck, I'm out of my league. Look at these old cunts, what they're doing. Like, they seemed old. They're only probably, I don't know, 25 years older than you at that time. But I learnt the culture really fast. Like, oh, mate, fucking, how is my adventure going to turn out when I get older? But I was still stimulating the moment of, fuck, how hot are some of these older ladies? Like, nowadays, you look at them and go, wonder how rich that lady is if I can take advantage of her. It's like ladies do to us. So.
In saying that lady that I met last night on the train, she was from Western Australia, from over where LC's from, and she works in the mines and shit. So yeah, she had money in that. That's why she was saying, like, come out. And I'm like, no, I'm all right. No, come out. No, I'm all right.
Yeah, but she might have been a pocket full of rich cash for the day, Derpy, and just looking at you as a little honeypot, or what would you say? I want to grab your ears and pull your hair. Because she's sick of the other Western
we
Australians.
had me long hair out. She's like, oh, look at the long hair. Man, like, I'm just being honest. Like, for a woman, I think that should be a turn-off. A man with long hair. That's why I have my hair long. It's like, because Kylie's a very jealous woman. Like, she's a jealous woman. Like, I can't say it any other way. Any woman that talks to me, she thinks they want to fuck me.
I think she's got more more self-belief than just thinking that you're going to play up Derpy. So,
bro, I've tried to explain to her, like, Kylie's very pretty. I've said to Kylie, you got a good body. Like, you're 42 and you still got a good body on you now. Like, before she was a little bit overweight, but now at the moment, like, she looks fucking nice. And I said to her, you kidding yourself? Like, you look better than what I look at the moment. Like, you idiot. Like, why are you so, like, yeah, I've had to explain to her, like, oh, you're an idiot. Like, I've never cheated on you. Like, why would I?
Again, self-confidence in a lot of people is something that they don't actually see. And it's not just grooming people to say, oh, you're pretty and all the rest of it, like, they've got to feel it themselves for them to feel confident. Like, it's not me, it's not you, it's not another 500,000 people telling them. They've got to feel it. Like, they've got to see it in their own body to realise what's going on. Yeah.
Well, I've only just got Kylie into fucking doing some, like, martial arts and shit. Like, yeah, when she gets confident, I'll start streaming some shit because we've been wrestling. Doing some jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, we don't want to know, Derpy, what you do in the after, like, when the lights go off.
No, we've been doing it in the park. Like, been taking the tarp down because I've been teaching my daughters too. Because I used to teach like a rape defense at my club, and I tell a lot of women, man, like, if you can get good at wrestling, you can basically stop any man from raping them. What they have to it is a bastard of an act though, because what you got to do, you basically got to go off the flow at first. Like, the woman has to go off the flow. Like, okay, you're gonna grape me. I'll lay down for you. I'll submit. And as soon as they lay down though, that's when the man's gonna put his weapon away, and he's gonna try and hold him down. And that's when the woman has to actually do the stuff, like when she's got him in guard. soon as she's got him in guard, and I tell women don't go for an arm bar because usually men will be stronger in the arms, so they'll just be able to bicep out of it. I tell them, let them get right in between your legs properly. It sounds bad, like when you're saying it, but when you explain it to them and then you show them, and then all of a sudden they've got a triangle choke synced in with their legs. And once, because women have got bigger thighs than men, and this is what men don't realize. Like women's thighs are a lot stronger than what we think, man. So once
that's why
their legs around our neck,
that's why they can pump out babies and we can't.
Yep. And I explain this to women, and even women to get it, like, oh shit, and they look at everyone's thighs. They start looking at, you see them. Soon as I start explaining, they start looking at the women's thighs.
They start eyeballing
and they realize,
each other.
Yeah, they start realizing, oh fuck, I do have bigger thighs than the men, and it's like, yeah, you do. So use your legs to beat the men, because your arms ain't going to beat a man. Your legs will, but your arms won't. And I've explained it to women, and
I like that. I like that
Yeah.
thought process, Turby. It is actually, that's logic thinking.
yeah, it is. Well, I don't want to teach bullshit to people, like, because you don't want to. I've seen a lot of shit, like Spanion for one dude, right? He's teaching like knife defense, and he takes his shirt off and goes, "Oh, you hold it to your neck," and it's like, bro, when you're taking your shirt off, I'm going to stab you in the abdomen. What the fuck? I was like, bro, first thing you want to do when people pull knives on you is you want to distance yourself, try and get away, back up as much as you can, like just keep on backing up as much as you can. People know when you can't back up anymore. You know when you can't back up anymore. But yeah, if you take off your shirt, you're basically blind to the attack, and then you're going to get attacked.
You've got that 1 second. That 1 second while you're taking your shirt off, that someone can actually attack you twice.
Yep. And it's like, yeah, well, you get your shirt off, but then you can protect your neck. And it's like, what if the dude's not even going for your neck? What if you just go straight for your heart or your abdomen? Like, didn't make no sense to me. And I was like, bro, because my dad teaches knife shit. And I'm thinking, fuck, that just doesn't make sense. Like, it just didn't make sense to me. And like, when I teach shit, I make sure I teach it the right way. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I say to women, let the man feel like he's in authority. He's on top of you, and that when a man, like, if someone's on top of them on someone else, they think they're in control. You give them a false narrative.
Hopefully for all ladies in chat, you don't get in this predicament. But
yeah, I hope he's never get in that predicament. But if it does, like, learn some jiu-jitsu. Like, I mean to say, the main thing is learning a sweep, and a triangle choke. Good triangle chokes. If you can learn a good triangle choke or a good anaconda, it's all about the legs. Like, with the women, that's what I believe. Like, women, it's very hard for a woman to beat you with their arms. What I've been through in jiu-jitsu and shit. Yeah, the women have got a lot more chance with their legs. That's why I teach it like that. So I cop some criticism over it. They're like, oh, but they're half getting raped by the time they're like that. And it's like, you actually want the man to think that he's like you actually want the man to almost be in a position where he can start unzipping himself. You know what I mean? Because then both hands are down. And that's when you can try. That's when the shit happens.
He's now in a vulnerable position.
Yeah. He's the vulnerable one. Yes, he's the vulnerable one. Yeah, so you let him into a false narrative. And then that's where shit soaks up.
You've actually put him back in his own foxhole where he's dominating, but he's not. He's actually thinking, I'm the ruler. Like,
yep.
And hopefully, again, no lady ever feels like they... And
in that situation,
no lady ever goes through this situation in life. But defense is a great mechanism.
And men, but most men I know of that are being done like that have been knocked out, then woken up with a sore bum.
Turby, that
actually
wasn't the
one guy that was One guy who lived across the road from me, man, lived across the road from my best mate, John Orcher. I forget his name now. He was a bit on the spectrum. He was a bit slow. You know what I mean? Well, he got drunk one night and fell asleep in Hyde Park in Sydney. Man, he woke up in hospital getting stitches in his bum. No shit. Like I'm not capping. I'm not lying. Like this is facts. This dude woke up and he was getting stitches in his bum. And at first I was like, what how can you let some? And then it was explained he was blind, like off his rocker, and yeah, they got to him when he was off his rocker. So yeah, the thing is don't go out like that. If you're gonna go out like that and get drunk, have someone that's gonna look over you. Make sure you got someone, not a what do they call it, like a driver that is always sober.
No,
Designated driver.
A moral support, a person moral support around you that won't run away, basically.
Yeah, you need someone that's actually can protect themselves and maybe protect you too in need. And you take this shit in turns. Like my mates and I used to do the same thing. Like when we still go out, it could be 20 of us. One of us, maybe sometimes 3 of us wouldn't drink, and it was on purpose. Because that 1 or 3 will be watching the whole group, and if you don't
see
do that,
the alert
like
moments. You see something that possibly could be happening, and say, "Listen, like,
yep,
you might have just been someone dropped something in your drink, or something else is going to happen."
You see what happens.
Violence. You see,
I believe it when you're sober. One of my father's friends sons tried to fight me one night. Dean Kipper, and like the Kipper boys from Newcastle, they're a martial art like family, like my own family. And he was the underground champion, like underground fighting champion at the time. Well, he's getting around Newcastle like he's fucking king shit, like just king hitting people in the clubs and shit. And I said to him, "What are you doing?" Because I knew him, you know, and he didn't recognize me because I'd become a man. You know what I mean? Like he knew me when I was a kid. And he goes, "Who the fuck are you?" And he tried to fight me, and I'm like, "Dean, it's fucking Graham. It's Graham's son. It's Graham's son." And like, he was that coked out of his head. He didn't even like the words I was saying weren't even comprehending to him. He's just like, "I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you, little boy. I'm gonna kill you." And like, he was that off his head. He got humbled. Usually, like that guy wouldn't get humbled, but yeah, he was pretty off his head. And we're mates, you know. Like sometimes you got to humble, mate. Family friends too, you know. That's a close family friend. Like my dad and the Kippers have been friends since I can remember. Yeah, shit happens like that. Yeah, Cole, that's the best thing to do, man. Is have a sober one there watching out for you, especially women. Like what I'm about to say, it's hard to do because being a woman, it's very hard to trust a man while you're vulnerable. So if you're going to choose a man to watch over the group of women, make sure you choose a good guy and a guy that you fucking trust, like your brother or your dad. You know what I mean? You need to trust them like that. Otherwise, many guys will have that good intention until the penny drops. I'm just being honest. Like a lot of guys that were in my situation when my 2 daughters were with me, with that really good-looking girl jumping in my cab, most guys would have just dropped their kids off and went with her.
They're taking advantage of the situation.
Yeah, taking advantage of her. So make sure if you are going to choose a man, and like I don't like saying this because I'm a man myself. Men, we do think about certain things.
But Toby, do you think she was actually Maybe she was like, what would you say? She was giving something else, and it was just all a gameplay. Where would that end
Oh
up?
no, yeah,
So
she
you
was definitely no, she was yeah, no, she was definitely given something else. She was roofing. Yeah, she didn't know where the fuck she was. Bro, she only lived
Yeah.
around the corner and she had this taxi driver driving her around for fucking half hour. And he was taking advantage of it by charging her $300.
Oh, well, again, the taxi driver and the bloke that roofied her, much of the same like. So.
Yep, that's why I took
You
her home.
remember?
Like, I was like, I got to get this. I had to get her home, man. I could see them all. Like, they were like jackals, bro. They were like jackals. Like, they were like hyenas, bro, just sitting around and just waiting. I swear, bro. I could see him, and like I looked at my daughters, and like my daughters are going, "What's going on, Dad?" And because I'm looking around at all the hyena dudes, look like just waiting for her to pounce on her. And I'm like, "Fuck me, man." And I said, "Love, where do you live?" And she goes, "Oh," and she's all over me, and she's like, "Oh, I'm coming out." Then she see me daughters like, and then she felt safe, so she's like, "I'm coming home with you," and like I'm going, "Hey, settle down. I've got my daughters with me." And I said, "Yeah, I will take you home." We got her address and we took her home. Like the taxi driver had her fucking address, man, the whole time. He just didn't drop her off because she'd go home and she'd go, "Oh wait, I'll take me back in town," because she was off red. So he was just basically taking advantage of it, the taxi driver as well. Even though he didn't.
No. Sad story. Sad story.
He was still. And we got to educate our daughters like on that shit, man. Like be very careful. Never drink out of open cans. Don't get people to get you drinks. Just be careful. Like think. You know what I mean? Like as I said, men. Like I know. Like yeah, men think. You know what I mean? Like we think with our little brain sometimes, and some men don't have morals. So their morals go out the window. Like they don't care. They think, "Oh, no one's going to know. Who's going to know? Who's going to know? Oh, yeah, that's right. Who's going to know? Let's do it." That's how people think. So women, be careful, because there is pieces of there is POSs out there that will do it. And like as I said, Craig, I hate saying that about men, but we're not all like that. Not all men are like
mate,
that.
I alert my wife, my kids, my sisters, my brothers, everything. They're so juvenile to this whole situation. When you go out and you're so happy and you think a good time's a good time, it ain't what you think sometimes. So you might have one bad treatment out of 100 or 1,000, but you know that one bad time that'll change your whole life in the future of who you think that you are. That's it.
Yeah, bro. I hate talking about jail, but people think this only happens to women. No, it doesn't. Some
happens to
POS
males
men
as well.
Like this is just some stories of jail, right? They used to put roofies in the bubblers, right? So when you first get to the jail, they got the bubblers, right? And you think, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna go get a drink of water." Nice. Hey, J.A., I'm gonna go get a drink of water. Well, you go get a drink of that water, and everyone in that jail knows don't drink from that bubbler. That bubbler, you're gonna get scotched. And when I say scotch, I mean scotch taped, graped, right? And all the hyenas are sitting back, just watching these young dudes come in drinking from the bubblers. They're going, I can imagine what they're thinking. "I'm going to get his bum later." Like these faggots. I shouldn't say that word, sorry. These gay dudes in jail are going to be thinking, "Man, I'm going to get this guy's ass later." Because that's exactly what they'd be thinking. Like, I can't explain it any other way. I just can't explain it any other way. Like, that's what they have to be thinking. Like, I'm going to be getting his bumhole later. Like, I was only just thinking about it. I was thinking, how would they think it? Yeah, so that's exactly what they'd be thinking. You know what I mean? So they watch these young dudes drink from the bubbler. And then when I say young dudes, I mean 18 plus, because it's jail. And they watch him come in. And as soon as they see the people drinking from them bubblers, they go, "Keep an eye on him when he goes down. I'm first." This is before my time. So I'm talking about this is hearsay.
Oh, I thought this was your
But I
life
know-
experience, Debbie.
No, I've seen this happen myself, but no grape. I never seen any grapings happen. That shit's done behind closed doors. Like, yeah, I've never seen that shit happen myself. If I seen that shit happen, I would have said something. I'm being honest. If I seen the bubble being tainted, I would have said something.
Yeah, all right. Let's move on, Debbie. Let's move on. You're sad
This is how I
that
am.
you're sad with
I would have copped a lot of hate over that. But
me Tuesday afternoon. Like, come on, let's bring it up. Let's get someone else
well,
involved.
this is my dad's. This is my dad's experience in there because this is from the 80s and 90s. See, and yeah, they used to watch the young guys come in, and other guys I know from Newcastle too. I won't mention their names, but these guys from Newcastle used to just watch people come in, and blokes from Sydney, like high up names too. Like I can mention some names that you'd freak out on, like you'd know them from the papers and shit. They used to sit back and watch, wait for these young guys. And they'd all pounce like hyenas, man. Yeah. It's all changed now.
Like sometimes Turpy, the lifestyle of many could be, what would you say, overtaken by others. Like it's a small percentage of what people do to each other that fall into that group sort of therapy moment, maybe. And like I say with YouTube, what people believe and what's going on ain't quite fucking realistic. I actually sometimes shake my head and go, fuck, I'm out of here. Like, this is too much not me.
Hey, Jay, don't get me wrong. Like, I did see some, or didn't see, I heard some certain shit going on. Like, I could hear, like, a man being, how can I put this?
Self-pleasured by another man, but he didn't agree with it.
Yeah. Oh, well, it didn't sound like he was agreeing with it. So in the morning we were like, hey, was that consensual? Like, did the boys need to do anything? And this little cunt, oh, no, because he was Asian. Oh, no. He just hurt me a little bit. I was like, what the fuck, huh? What? Yeah, like, so, but that's not, it's not very big in there. Like, a lot of people go, oh, the faggot shit goes, like, gay shit goes on in there. It's not as big as what people think, eh? It's not. Like, when I got in there, people were getting bashed. Like, I remember this guy come from Parklea, and he goes, oh, I watched this Aussie guy get graped by two lebos. And I just turned and looked at him like, what? And I turned around to my other mate and I said, did you just hear that? And then another mate goes, what did you say, Roscoe? Because his name was Roscoe. And they go, what did you say, Roscoe? And he goes, oh, we're sitting there and fucking these two lebos started graping a younger Aussie dude that was in the cell because we're in a 4-out. And I said, and what'd you do? And he goes, I just started watching TV. And like, I already hit this bloke because this bloke was on a truck while my brother got stood over. My brother got stood over, or he was adopted. His name's Peter Stevens. He was adopted into our family. He got stood over for his shoes by some lebos. We just stood back and let it happen. And I was like, yeah, fuck. So we slapped him up a bit over that. And then he slips up again. Like, he just let another Aussie guy get graped in the cell, and he just watched TV, and it's like, aren't you Aussie? Get up and help him. Yeah, and like, yeah, he got sent to protection over that. Like,
Ain't it an Aussie? Well, wasn't it an Aussie prison? Like, this whole story, it's an Australian prison, and it's all happening.
Yeah.
So they're all Aussies.
Oh, bro, the Aussie.
They're not over here on false pretenses and all the rest.
No. Everyone's Aussie. What I mean is, they're white Australian, Lebanese Australian. The Lebanese Australians raped them. The shit did stop because it was pretty bad down that way at Parklea for a while. Parklea was really bad for a while, eh? Like, and it's a Sydney jail.
Every jail's bad. Every jail's bad back in the day. But
every
most of the
jail's
jails
bad.
are pretty, every jail's pretty clean nowadays, isn't it, Turby? In 2023 and onwards.
Oh man, any jail is fucked because they tell you when they're shit. They tell you when to get to bed. That's the thing I can't like. To be honest, like without that, because nothing else bothered me in there, other than when they told me to shit, what they told me to eat, and when they told me to go to bed. Other than that, I didn't give a fuck. I'm just being honest.
Well, you break the law and you're not smart enough to stay above it, mate. Fucking be treated like a fucking animal. It's like having a pet.
Yep, that's
Like,
and that's exactly like if you want to do the crime, prepare yourself to do the time. Don't think I'm untouchable. I'm untouchable. I'm untouchable. No, you are touchable. You're doing crime.
Everything nowadays, you go into prison and fucking all your legal aid, whatever, and all the rest of it. You got a couple of bucks you can spend by lawyers, barristers. You're still stuck by the honesty system before you can get out. So if someone's going to do something to you and you've got a bad name on the street already, hopefully someone else catches up to you. You know, it's no different inside to outside. It's like this outside world that all you cunts run your mouth. Sooner or later, someone's going to catch up to you.
Oh yeah, Black Dolphin. Oh man, that's where they handcuff you and they walk you with your head down. Like they full like get your arm and they twist it right at your back, but you're handcuffed, so both your arms at your back like this, and your head's down, and that's how they walk you. Anywhere you go, doesn't matter if it takes.
Colin, have you ever travelled the world and sort of, if you did you ever put yourself in that you wanted to be put into a jail?
Oh, fuck that. Fuck that.
Well, why look at other prisons around the world going, what's the worst prison in life? Like,
oh, it's on YouTube. On YouTube, if you look at any, like, because Colin goes to a place where I go to, like a channel, and if you go to any, like, prison type of thing, they will suggest other jail things to you on YouTube.
Toby, stop watching other shit. Live your own. Toby, live your own life. Get back to the gym. Get connected to your mum and dad. Oh, I know you're connected to your mum real well. Get connected to your dad and all the rest, and enjoy life.
Oh, I'm actually connected to my dad more than my mum. Yeah, Dad and I are fully connected. Like when Dad and I don't see each other, Dad starts feeling sick and all. So do I. It's like we don't see each other, we start feeling sick. Yeah, it's weird.
No, that's a good vibe. That's a good vibe, mate. So, but these other people dropping links or saying about like other countries, they don't live in the country. They've never been there, never will go there. So how can they justify their? What would you say? Like fucking, this prison's so bad over there. You're never going there. You're never going to be there. Why do you feel for these other people? Feel for the people in your own.
Saying that, like, bro, talking about that, man, does anyone even know about all the Aboriginal people going missing from the outback and that?
Again, Turby,
talking about our own
what year was that? What year was that?
This year.
Well, they should be. Most of these, when you look at the communities out there, Turby, nothing against your wife or anything in her background, they should be locked up what they're doing to country towns and destroying a lot more than what the government. The government's throwing billions at them.
No, I'm not talking about the young kids. I'm talking about young women.
Well, I know nothing about the young women, but I'm sure what the young kids are doing.
Just going missing, bro. Just going missing.
Oh, well, don't tell me they're doing another, like, every Aussie's adopting or UK blokes adopting Aboriginal.
When I first heard of it, right, I thought, they're just husbands knocking their, like, kin on their missuses and just burying them out back, right? That's what I thought at first. I just been dumb. I thought it'd just be the husbands fucking hitting them with the bundi. and burying them out back. And then I looked more into it, and like, man, the numbers, no. And then the ages of the children and shit, I'm like, no, they wouldn't even have a man yet. Like, I was like, holy shit. There's something happening, man. I don't want to talk too much on YouTube about it, but there is something happening in the outback. I will say that.
Don't tell me
Too many have gone missing.
attacking. Don't tell me
No,
drones.
nothing like that. Nothing like that. It's more about, like in America, how a lot of the Mexican kids go missing for organs and shit. I think it's something like that.
Oh, fuck off, Toby. They don't have clean organs. So why would someone be taking those?
What are you talking? No, hey, Craig, I'm talking about the Aboriginal that are going missing from the outback that have hardly any white people talk to them whatsoever. So they've got all
Toby, there is no Aboriginal that hasn't touched, like, basically alcohol that's actually a third generation, fourth generation on. So,
man, there is now. No, bro, there is certain places where, man, if you get caught with alcohol in it, they will knock you and shit.
Toby, the law was brought in the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, and fucking continue, like,
bro. They have Craig. I know this for a fact, bro. If you get caught taking drugs into these communities, right, they will kangaroo court you and they'll kill you.
Yeah, for this year and the last year, Toby. What did they do before, and what are they going to do after? Don't be so fucking naive.
No, I'm just talking about what's the kids that are going missing. Like, it's a bit. It's just too many. It's too many. Like, for just boyfriends to be killing them, or there's big numbers. All I'm saying is look into it yourself.
I'm not into this untoward moment that you think that's real, Toby. Like, seriously, if it's happening, do you know who's doing it? Politicians, LC.
No, bro,
politicians.
that's what I'm bringing this up for. That's what I'm bringing this up for, man. No one even knows where they're going. Like, none of the bodies have been found. None of the bodies. Where the fuck are they?
Trish, when you say Limo, like all the rest of it, it's probably time for you to re-educate yourself and be so naive that you've been brought up with. I don't say it to you,
Craig, if I was to tell you a number over the last 10 years, like over 180,000 people have gone missing, what would you say?
I'd say check your study moments and fucking how many people have been cured.
These are studies. These are studies.
Let alone study moments all over Australia by foundations that are actually paid for by the rest of us, Toby. You know about that.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
all the rest.
Yeah.
Don't give me a simple number. Toby, don't give me a simple number of 180,000 or something. A small population of us.
Craig, I was thinking the same thing as you, right? But I thought the number was like 5,000, 2,000, something like that. When I looked into it and I seen the real numbers, I was like, wow, that's just not boyfriends killing their girlfriends. And it's a lot more going into it, man. I don't know the facts on it or anything. All I know is the numbers. And then there's way too many people going missing from the outback. Not just the outback, even in New South Wales, from the Aboriginal missions.
Well, how can you have a mission? How can you have an Aboriginal mission and people go missing, Toby?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
It was given a legit name as a mission. How can people go missing?
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's, bro. No, because you know what they do? They move them from that mission because they're troublemakers. This is what I've been looking into, right?
This ain't the third world country. This ain't a third world country, Toby. You know that. Even Aboriginals in Australia aren't third world. Aboriginals in Australia.
No, there is third world. There is Aboriginals living like third world countries here. That's in Alice Springs.
They might be,
other
but
places.
that's by their choice. That's by their choice in education.
Yeah, that's
Teddy.
by their choice.
They want to live like they're still in prehistoric days. Knock it off, Turby. You're lying to it.
No, what I'm getting at is the fucking how many people are going missing though. It's like, bro, they're not just going missing from out the outback. They're going missing from here, Kenya. Like I've been looking right into it, bro, and it spun me right out. Like,
I'm starting to worry about you, Turby.
Well, hey, bro, I'm like you, Craig. I was trying to fucking find some research. Like, nah, that's just from fucking cunts knocking their misses. That's what I was looking for.
No,
And
that's
I've
not
just-
what happens
more and more
anymore.
shit.
More Aussie
Well, that's
ladies
what I was thinking.
disappear than Aboriginal ladies, like in real life, on the kill
Yeah,
rate,
right.
or and let's just say even like kicking the guts in and fucking birth control for Aussie blokes, they probably do way more than what the Aboriginals doing. Yeah,
No,
it's synced into life and all
you're
that.
wrong. No, look it up. No white people are anywhere near those numbers.
Anyone can falsify someone on Google and all the rest of it. I'd hate to say that.
It could be false. It could be false shit, but I'm just going off what I've read and shit from a few, not just one place, from a few different places. And it's just weird, like how it doesn't get talked on any. Like people have been trying to bring it up in Parliament, and they just get shut down, bro. It's like, oh, okay.
Well, if it's talked in Parliament, why aren't they bringing this out into
That's what
the
I'm
community?
getting at. That's what I'm getting at.
No, you know why?
That's what I'm
You know why? Because it's false. It's false. Oh, the water's drying up in this place. It's turned into a salt lake, and oh mate, there's no more turtles. There's no more fucking import tilapia fish. There's no more blonde-haired tourist girls going to this spot. Is that really what it is, Turby? Open your eyes, mate. Fucking not your ears.
Not sure. The facts will come out eventually. Like, I'm not sure. Hey, Bob, I don't know. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know.
I'm very interested in what you think, Turby, in some ways. Like before I
Well, in some cases, I think what it is, Craig, is because they moved me in a state too to other areas like Hemo South near me. All right.
Yep.
And what they do, I think what they're doing is they're missing these people, and that's the people they're missing. Like they're saying they're missing, but they're not really. They've just moved them out of area, and I think that's what it might be. I'm not 100% sure. That's the only thing I can think of, man, because they are moving lots of Aboriginal people into certain areas. It's only going to create powder kegs like in America, like creating projects. That's all they're doing, creating projects. That's all they're fucking doing.
no, they just push people. They just push people around. They manipulate the. I'll call it like I always call it the monopoly board there, Terry. They move people into different areas to bring up like another area. There's obviously something there, like, and most of these areas are for good housing estates and all the rest of it, for population of immigrants and all the rest of it. Don't worry, most of these settlers and people that you talk about that are full of wisdom and all the rest of it, they need somewhere to live. Who actually pays the money? Is it the engineer? Is it the builder? Is it the government to make money out of it for Australia?
Yeah, like you look, hey, you know a lot about what they do with the Aboriginal communities up in Northern Territory and shit. With there's like one part of the family are millionaires because they're getting all the royalties from the fucking mines, and they're the ones that have got, they know how to read and write, so they basically rob the whole rest of the family. Because the other family members sitting on the street going,
they got manipulated by someone else that jumped in in the back of their ear and told them, like, if you do this, we can rob your whole family and your family tree of everything else, and they got rich, Toby.
Yep.
Australian
Well,
history is very interesting.
Maybe, well, it's happened in where I live in Newcastle, like, and they're only just getting looked into now. There's a thing called Black
It's
Money
not
Enterprises.
Newcastle.
Right?
It's not Newcastle that you're talking about, Toby.
I'm not saying. Yeah, I'm saying Newcastle's starting to do the same thing with the Aboriginal community there. They're robbing everyone there. There's a family called Wakanabe, right? They're not even from Newcastle. My wife's family are from Newcastle and the Ridgeways. They should be running all the shit, right? The Dateses and the Ridgeways. But they've got another family running their shit. You know how much money they're worth now? They had no money before.
$1 billion.
Worth tens of millions. No,
No,
tens of
let's
millions.
go
These guys are worth tens of
Let's
millions.
go $1 billion. And I got Trish
No, well,
in the chat. Trish, how many Aboriginals lived in Cairns before? And what's Cairns about? But Cairns got milked. And all the Aboriginals got pushed there. Do you know why? Because it's a tourist spot. There was no Aboriginals originally there. They were so far inland, they didn't understand what the reef was about. But they take claim to the reef. I'd like to see Trish's opinion on
it. That's a load of shit too. Craig, that's a load of shit, because what I've heard in Newcastle too, they try to say that Aboriginal people in Newcastle never fucking fished off the fucking reef and shit. But then they found these massive mountains of pippies under the water. I'm talking mountains of pippies that are tons and tons. So how many pippies did they have to eat for how many fucking years to build these fucking mountains up, bro? And the Aboriginals never were there hunting. The Aboriginals were never, because I used to even say, Kylie, your family was never there. There's fucking proof your family was there. But then they found fucking proof of it. No, I looked like the dumbest motherfucker out. So, Craig, I'm telling
you, Toby, all those shells that they made, that they piled up, did they ever make something out of that to turn it into something?
No. But still, there's what I'm getting at is there's proof.
You said no. We're not going on ancestry.
No, there's nothing made out of it. There's just a big pile of mess, basically. Yes.
No, well, it's not a mess.
What else?
It's not a mess. It's not a mess. But at the end of the day, they'll turn into fossil fuels sooner or later. And do you know how much the Aboriginals raped from every part of Australia and left a mess everywhere else before plastic and all the rest became? Have a look at them now.
Hey, Craig, Craig, you got to think.
They throw it on the ground, they dump a plastic and all the rest. They think they got rights. I'm not talking about the majority. I'm talking about the majority, not the decent Native Australians.
Well, hey, Craig, how I put it, man, is the blackfellas never had cigarettes. The blackfellas never had plastic. So the white people brought that here first. We paid them money to sit down. They wanted to work on the farms and shit. No, man, no. Here's money, just sit down. And you know this is facts, Craig, because I know you've done your research, cunt. So you know this is facts.
I've done a little bit, Turby. That the smart white man introduced the Aboriginal to
sit
horses.
Down money. Yes, sit down money, yes.
Not the sit down money for horses and cattle, like horses and cattle. Because you know what? They only ate everything else that they saw. We educated those little blokes, mate. Those men that actually knew the land.
Well, you got to think. But when we first come here, Craig, we couldn't grow a fucking raspberry. When we first come here, like they taught us how to grow here and shit. And
as Chris put in the comments yesterday, the Riviera now has rice fields.
Riviera, where's that? That's near me, isn't it?
No, it's way above you.
There's a place near me called Riviera, though. Maitland and that.
No, it's just below. It's just below the Queensland New South Wales border. It's
All right.
probably the
So that'd be
most fertile country in the world that the Aboriginals
is.
never got to touch.
Tweed Heads and that. Yeah, oh fuck yeah. Tweed Heads and all that's fucking fertile.
No,
as fuck.
it's inland. It's inland, Turby, a little bit further than that.
Oh, inland. Even Tweed Heads though, you see some of the trees there, man. Like one of my cousins, uncles grew pop there, man. 25 foot tall. No shit.
I used to
No,
go
no
out
fucking
with a
shit.
girl.
25 foot tall.
Toby, I used to go out with a girl that fucking lived right on like the Coolangatta airport, and actually they were actually Aboriginals. They were growing pot right on the edge of the airport. I don't know how the fuck when I was about 22, but they had a whole cultivation there back in the day. I was like, man, chick, you blow me away. Like, how the fuck do you hook up with these? Man, she was one sensational looker. But I still couldn't work out why there was a fence for the airport at Coolangatta, and these Aboriginals were just growing like the greatest dope on the Gold Coast, basically on the Tweed. Funny that you bring that up, Toby. You just jolted my mind.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Look, bro, my uncle did not know how to grow at all, bro. At all. Put some seeds in, and bang, now I'm fucking 25 foot tall.
No, they didn't grow them. They don't grow them higher than the fence, and they don't grow them as tall as fucking what Trish seems that she thinks she is.
Well, that's because when I'm talking about, it was in amongst other big trees, so you couldn't really see the big mold because we couldn't see them. My uncle was saying to me, "Dad, can you see the plants?" And my dad's going, "Where?" The buds didn't even start until about 7-8 foot in the air, bro. Yeah. Like I said, you couldn't see anything. It was like, what? Where's the plants? You're looking at look like you're looking at pine trees.
The best thing about pine trees in Australia, Derby?
The pine needles make the best soil ever.
Yeah, they're the best for like fire blankets ever. Do you know when they get crushed down, what they actually make? With a couple of additives? Fire blankets.
Bro, no shit. That they're pine needles. I get them, and that's what I use for my weed. Man, it is the best soil you'll ever get. It's so fluffy. It is the best soil. I've never felt soil like it.
Great mulch. It's great mulch, mate. So, fuck, I'm half blind, Toby. What are you doing? Are you catching up or what? You might have dropped out, Toby. I'll go have a piss.
Oh, fuck. I've had to change fucking Wi-Fi. My phone went flat.
No, you're right, mate. Always charge you a pour up, mate, before you're actually willing to go. Actually, you just put me on a good thing, mate. I'm down to 37%.
Hello, Zero. Yeah, plug it in now so it doesn't go flat. Because I fucked up.
Yeah, no, Toby, you're entertaining. Yeah, you're entertaining value.
Thank you. Well, mate, I believe talk anything. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's how we keep everyone entertained. Talk on anything and anything. Whatever's interesting at the time. You know what I mean? Like, I'll talk on anything. Sport, like what's going on in life right now, or history. History is I love history more, like as much as what I love martial arts. So.
Well, I can't comment on both of those, Toby, but what about school education that you send your kids and like you've got these other manipulators that actually try to give advice?
Bro, we had these people trying to say they needed Furby fucking things down in our toilets at the local school. And it kind of goes, oh, Mick. Because my name's Michael, you know. So it kind of like, Mick. I'm like, what, Kylie, what? And she goes, they're trying to bring this LBGQ fucking shit in. And I'm like, what? He goes, I don't know what that means. So I'm like, what? And I said, what do you mean? What are they doing? And she goes, oh, they're trying to bring these things in. And she goes, you want to come down to school for the thing? And I said, yeah, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. So we go down there and they're like, oh, we want to introduce some Furby things. Like, so basically kitty litter in the toilets. And I said, what? I said, is there any Furbies in the school? And they said, no. And I said, well, why do you need fucking kitty litter in the toilets if there's no fucking Furbies? Like, because if there's a kid in the school pretending he's to be a Furby, I was going to say, well, he needs his own toilet. That's what I was going to bring up. And they said, no, there's no actual kid. And then I said, oh, but what if a kid started following one of the parents? And I didn't actually know there was Furbies, Furby parents at the school. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? And they go, no, well, some of the parents actually believe in the shit. And I'm like, well, why don't they change the kids out of school? And I said, because fucking, and every other parent, there was 95% of us all voted no Furby shit. No, and they wanted to teach first ed shit about like gay stuff, like boys holding hands and this and that, and about transgender shit. And we said, no, we don't want our kids knowing about that shit. We'll teach our kids that shit. Leave that to us, or when they get in high school. Yeah, this is in primary school, so this is not even a high school. This is in primary school. It's like, what the hell? Well, you guys ever taught PD, personal development, in primary school? Because I never was. Can you remember PD from primary school? I can remember it from high school. What about you, Craig?
No, neither primary school nor high school, Toby.
Well, in high school they had PD, and that's personal development, and it's basically
Toby, I might be 3 years older than you, so that would have been like the Olympic pool that I donated to and raised so much money to get it developed.
PD was before my time, bro. My brother's 7 years old. My brother's 7 years older than me, and yeah, he done PD. So yeah, it's just like a personal development, and they call it personal development, but it's about your sexuality. And they never, but in saying that, they never talked about it much. Like in personal development, they basically, it was on the human organs, basically teaching you male, female. That's what they're teaching us. You know what I mean? That's basically how.
Isn't there enough of that education nowadays on TV to let your kids see?
And that's what we'll get at.
Before the result of like true puberty, Toby, that you tell like just shut your legs a little bit or put your penis back where it belongs. before adulthood actually really comes in. Isn't it like a 3 year sort of, maybe a graduation sort of school for most people nowadays?
Well, going through school myself, women hit puberty before and sexually
Oh,
active before men.
way before us, Toby.
Like,
Ladies are
like,
so advanced on males.
yeah, at least 3-4 years ahead of us.
Yeah.
I remember when I was 12, like in year 6, there was girls that had big tits, you know, and of course they already hit puberty. You know what I mean? They look like ladies. You know what I mean? But they were 12-year-old. You know, so being a little 12-year-old going, fucking hell, that looks not much different than my mum. You know what I mean? Like they've got fucking tits. So you think they're right, and so it sort of puts you down as a little kid, and then you see other men like grow up. So I sort of understand, like they can talk about some shit, but all this woke shit they talk about, man, fuck that shit off. The kids will experiment. Like if a kid's gay, he'll experiment with his mate or his gay mate later on in life. Let them find out themselves.
I'd like to ask you a question, because you've got no male child. Oh, maybe your female side, Toby. Obviously, your daughters aren't lesbians.
No.
And if you had a son, he'd definitely not be like one of these gay punters that runs around. What about the other people in chat? Like, has anyone else had a child that turned out to be gay or a lesbian?
Well,
and make sure you put it. Make sure you put it in chat. It doesn't matter if you're an alt or whatever you are. Pronounce yourself to say that I actually experienced my child turning into something like that.
Well, Pork and Sauce did. Arky. Her son's full blown.
I don't know enough about it, her, or whatever. All I know is that she fucked that bloke that used to come with a small Harley on LC's panel.
Eddie. Oh man, I love giving Eddie shit about that.
Eddie Gamble. That was it. Self-relating. Otherwise, I know nothing about it.
How the fuck did Eddie go across country to fuck that?
Well, maybe Eddie was adventurous. Maybe he was the first prospector. Maybe he was trying to bag like the bag of gold or find new seas. I don't know. How do you look at it, Toby?
Fuck, man. Oh no.
Tungstagram. Well, I'd like to hear is Tungstagram. Mate, you're so off-putting sometimes, mate. Put another bun in the oven, you little fucking puff cat, mate. Like, because of what school's putting in his head. You're an adult, mate. You're a man, obviously. Tell your kid what's right and what's wrong.
No,
if that's upsetting your wife or your partner,
Mark,
get out of that situation.
Craig, you're misunderstanding Mark. Instagram, he's actually on our side. He's saying what he's saying there. Look, read it again, bro. Because of what the school's putting in his head. So what he's talking about, some of the young gay guys these days, they're getting turned because of some of the shit that's getting put in their head, and I agree with that. So yeah, Mark's agreeing with us there. He's not.
Mate, if that's Mark and he's calling me a rambling pisshead, I'm not too sure he's actually fucking qualified. I don't think he's too qualified to be an adult, let alone fucking someone type it in chat. You should put this on over 18. Tips.
No, Mark's been through as much as me, man. Like he's only having to go. Yeah,
I couldn't give a flying two fuck whether you've ridden in a fucking 52 a 55, a fucking 98, or a fucking Tesla in 2024. Fucking Mark, yeah, that's not like you to fucking come in like that under a false name.
Different Mark.
Grow some
Different
balls,
Mark.
man.
Different Mark. Different Mark.
Oh, I thought it was Mark.
No, different Mark.
Ah, well, fucking that bloke can float his own little fucking dinghy and blow it up, fucking purpose from BCF Derby. Fuck that little Mark is nothing more nor than he could be an Australian. He's probably a fucking South African fucking cross fucking breeding fucking Egyptian.
Well, the Tankstagram in chat, he's actually from Newcastle, where I'm from. I actually know him.
Nah, good on him. He's a little white fucking Lebanese cunt that's got a couple of tattoos and he's fucking robbed a couple of
he's an Aussie guy. He's Aussie. He doesn't look much different than me. A little bit different, but not much different.
Man, he's so fucking out of school.
I can't talk for him. Hey, Craig, you know I allow everyone's opinion. Everyone's allowed to.
Yeah, mate, that's what I like. That's what I like, Toby. And that's why I give a reaction. It's not a detective. It's not the CIB. It's not fucking the local detective school. It's not the School of Science and all the rest of it that comes on. Toby, yeah, you let it roll and all the rest of it. So it's good for them to actually put their opinion in. But when I read chat, I'm like, fuck me. Did this cunt just fucking float out of the fucking like a broken fishbowl with only one goldfish that his wife just left him or something? Like, fuck.
Hey, you know what? I reckon you'd actually like. Hey, I reckon you'd actually like that Mark that's talking in chat. That's my opinion. No shit. I'm not being a fuckwit or anything. I think you'd actually like him. He's a good guy.
Mate, he seems like he wears a pig backpack and he's fucking delivering small crack.
No, he's maybe just trying to pick some shit with you, trying to get you stirred up.
Well, he's picked the wrong opponent on fucking YouTube, Derby.
You know, Mark. I can't go into how I met Mark and how I know him, like, because I know Mark from real life as well. Like, we don't know if we know each other through friends and shit, but how I originally found him on YouTube, like on the street YouTube streets and shit. I won't put out there. He knows how I found him. And mate.
Well, hopefully the bloke's got some napkins to wipe up the cream that he just dropped on the floor.
Yeah, Mark's laughing now in chat. Hey, Mark, hey, is it okay if I say how we first interacted, bro? It's up to you, brother. Because I don't want to put anyone's shit, like stuff out there.
Nah, don't put him out there. Don't put him out there, Toby. Bunch of your blokes.
I won't put his name out there.
A bunch of your blokes are a bunch of Pustagram, fucking Instagram blokes, and all the rest of it. Wake it off, fucking all the rest of it. We're real blokes. Let those blokes simulate the moment so they think that they're common to the rest.
The first time I ever seen Mark or Tankstagram in like ever, right? A mate come up to me and goes, "Oi, Turpy." Well, he called me by my name. He goes, "Hey, Geary, there's a bloke talking shit about you in chat, in one of the chats." And I'm like, "Who the fuck?" And he goes, "It's fucking Spanion." I went, "Who? Fucking Spanion? Who the fuck's that?" I never even knew who the fuck Spanion was. I know who Anthony is, right, but I didn't know who Spanion was. Who the fuck is Spanion? And he goes, "This bloke." And he goes, "Look, we're talking fucking crap about you." And in chat, Mark was in chat, right? And he goes, "Oh, Turpy's just a guy from Newcastle, blah, blah, blah." And, like, said some of my colourful history. You know what I mean? And, I've gone, and then Spanion puts up me on the nod at this very house here, puts me on the nod when I'm on the shit, you know what I mean? Like back in the bad days. And I'm like, what the fuck? Who are these cunts? And then I realised they got on my Facebook. And I'm like, fucking Spanion, you cunt. You got on my Facebook. And, you got a picture of me off me.
Truly, what do you think about that Spanion? Oh no, you'll never say it. You're a greasy pole dancer, Derby.
No. You want to know my? Hey, well, I'll tell you my honest opinion about him. When he was first talking shit about me, right? Because I never trolled him. Because Mark will know exactly what I'm talking about here. He said I was trolling him for months. Didn't even know the fuck he was. Never even heard of his fucking name.
Buddy. Toby, you were just a chat buddy to him. You actually don't fictionally know him.
Don't even, mate. I never even fucking. No. I've seen Spaniard around. I've seen him in jail, and I've seen him on the outside. But
no. But you've never been to his house. Anything?
No. He's a little kid to me. He was a little kid to me, bro.
Oh.
He was a little kid to me. Like
he's about the same age. He's about the same maturity as you, Toby.
Well, when he started talking shit about me, right? He started talking shit about me, and I'm like, who the fuck is this cunt? So I jumped in chat in his comments, and I said, hey, bro, who the fuck are you trolling? I said, who the fuck's trolling you? Don't even know who the fuck you are, cunt. Then he sends me a message back going, you know who the fuck I am and that. And I'm like, no, I don't. And then like he does another live, and he's going, because I said, fucking, bro, there was a comment in there saying that he'd been to the boneyard, which is protection. And I said, man, is it true that you've been to the boneyard? Like, what are these cunts talking about? They talking shit? What? And then he goes, all these people in chat, they got the boneyard off me. And I'm like, brother, I'm fucking like 9 years older than you, cunt. And I've got fucking family members that have done lots of jail. I said, who the fuck are you to say I got the boneyard off you, motherfucker? I said, mate, I never got the boneyard off you. You wouldn't even know what the fucking boneyard is. When my family was doing fucking jail, there was no even protection. You had to fucking die if you were a fucking teller. And he had a full go at me. That's when he fucking started fucking trolling me hard. And
yeah, are we talking about the same bloke? Yeah. Are we talking about the same bloke that's open like a
Spaniard? Yes.
Oh, fuck off. Like.
I'm not shitting you. Look, the guy in chat.
You're knocking around with that little Mr. Manicunt that actually knocked on like everyone's door, fucking giving up people.
No, I don't know if he's giving up. I don't know, Spaniard. I can't say I fucking know him like that. But all I'm saying,
like give it up. I thought after 2 years of you talking him up on LC stream that you were best mates with him, fucking rubbing shoulders. Like, fuck me. Fuck off! I own a hyena. And it's fucking sitting
look. Hey, Mark in chat's telling you how Spaniard found me, bro. He was asking people in chat, right? Who the fuck's this Mick Geary? Because I'll say there was someone trolling him from my name. I've never used my full name in chat ever. And he was using Mick.
Been his first subscriber, Turby.
No, well, a Mick Geary was trolling him, right? Like some fuckwit that doesn't like me, obviously.
I like the name Mick Geary. I like that. That must be some sort of like fucking Greek name.
That's my fucking name, bro.
No, well, that's what caught everyone's attention. I was actually thinking of fucking mobster in fucking California or something.
Well, that's what everyone was saying. Geary, you can't make that shit up. Fucking, how do you get a nice name, Geary? And I'm like, it's me fucking last name, cunts. And they're all laughing. And
Jesus fucking Christ, Tippy. Where'd you put your balls when you last left them? Because I've actually got a story. I've actually got a story about the goose that lost his balls.
Bob, you haven't let me finish yet, bro. When I actually seen the photo on that and I got to Sydney, I'm like, this cunt's fucking posted on my fucking up our address and shit, Dad. And Dad's gone, who the fuck is this snowflake? Because I said, Dad, we might have some trouble here coming to the house. And Dad goes, who is this snowflake? Give me a look. And Dad has a look at his picture of Spaniard. And he sees the snowflake on his, or whatever that is on his neck. And he goes, fucking snowflake. Tell him come here. I'll fucking stab him up. My dad's a killer. And I'm thinking, fucking hell, Spaniard, you got yourself in for some shit now. My dad, like I said, if I seen him, I'll fucking stab him and shit. And I'm like, oh, Dad. And Dad's like, fuck him. He's only on live and only on fucking online and shit. And my dad talked me out of it. And Dad's going, Mick, stop being a dickhead. And I went, oh yeah, sweet. And then I put it in his chat. I said, man, look, because he said something else. Like as I'm down here, he said something else about me, and he goes, "Ha, you fucking said something about me. I forget what it was, and it irked me the wrong way. And I said, "What?" I said, "You're a fucking snowflake." I said, "I was just talking to you about with my father. My fucking dad said, rock up, cunt." I said, "You're the rich cunt. You're the cunt with all the money. Rock up to my house. You got my address. Rock up." He's got plenty of cash. He could have caught the taxi or Uber to my house at any fucking time. He knows my address. And I said to him, "Bro, you're not fucking with me no more. You're fucking with my father." I said, "Bro, I would have punched on with you." And like, because my mate trains him, Peter Graham. This is how I know shit got talked out, because he would have said to Peter, "Do you know this Mick Geary and Graham Geary?" And he would have said, "Oh, Graham Geary is one of my senseis." Right? And then, yeah, so he would have thought, "Oh, fuck, this cunt ain't talking shit." And I wasn't talking shit to him. I said, "Man, I'll fucking boot your fucking head off your shoulders, cunt." I said, "Don't be fucking talking shit to me, Spanion. I'll fucking boot your fucking head off your shoulders, cunt. I'll shin kick your fucking head off." And he's like, and I said, "Yeah, I might be an old fucking heroin user and shit, bro, but so are you." I said, "Let's go." I said, "Look how skinny I am. I still fucking fight you, cunt. Let's go." I said, "You want to talk shit about me?" I said, "You've been putting on my name." I said, because honestly, when I first seen it, I thought he was using my name as a fake name, and he was trolling himself with my name. And I thought, "You fucking cheeky dog, fucking use my name to troll yourself." So I was sort of irking real bad. You know what I mean? Like, man,
How many years ago, Toby? How many years ago was this? Like, is this just the last year, 2 years, 4 years? Like, what are we talking?
Hey, Tankstagram, if my honest opinion, if he punched on with Spanion, with Sowens, he would have punched the fuck out of Sowens. I remember last time I seen Jay Shaw, because Jace used to intimidate me a bit, because like I could punch fuck out of Jace, but Jace would stab the fuck out of you. That's how he was, and he sort of intimidated me a bit. And I after I turned into a man, I was like, I was 18. I pulled up on Sowens, and I said, "Hey," and he seen how big I was. I was fucking close to 100 kilo, and he goes, "Oh, Geary, what have you been doing?" And I said, "Oh, nothing, bruv." And he goes, "Fuck, you're looking big, bro. You're looking big, lad. You're looking big, lad." And I went, "Yeah, I've been doing some mixed martial arts and that." And he goes, "Oh, yeah. He goes, "I've been on the roids." And I'm looking at him thinking, he was skinnier than what I am now. And I'm like, "You haven't been on the roids? Like, what the fuck, cunt?"
What, the Spanion? He was skinnier.
No. This is one of Spanion's mates. They do hang around, but they reckon they punched on or whatever. It's some shit, but it's bullshit.
They're all little hoop jumpers, mate. They're all little heroin and fucking, what would you say, fucking speed addicts and all the rest of it, fucking flicking through beats, mate. I've watched a little bit of him, and I'm thinking, fuck me, mate. How did you get on YouTube? But he actually straightened himself out.
Well, be honest, man.
He's educating 15-year-olds. He's not educating old men.
No. Who he's talking to is, you're fully right. He's talking to a young genre. But, man, he must be able to fight a little bit, because the bloke who's training him, Peter Graham, he's a good mate of the family, like my father's, and man, he can fight. Peter, the Chief Graham, been in many fights, K1 fights. He was a K1 champion. Fucking BFC. Like, this cunt can fucking fight, bro. And when I seen him training Spanion, I was like, "Oh shit, Spanion might know some shit." That's why I said, "Bro, Spanion," and that's when me and Spanion actually talk now. Like, he doesn't like say, "Hey, Geary," or anything. Like, he just says, "Hey, Turpy," puts a love thing on me, message or whatever. So he doesn't hate me no more. There's no like bad blood no more. But I'm not saying if he seen me, he want to punch on, because he might still want to punch on with me if he seen me.
He's going to do a Carl Barron or something. He's going to turn into a comedian sooner or later. This Spaniard, he's going to turn into a comedian. He's gone from like a street thug to like turning kebabs and all the rest of it. You know what he's going to do, Turby? Comedian, straight up comedian. And before you know it, he's going to be a backyard builder, and he's actually going to like do home improvement, like a home improvement show sooner or later.
Well,
everyone wants to look at someone that's got tattoos on their face to impersonate themselves, to go, "Mate, I want to be like that little faggot."
Oh man, some of the shit that he was saying at first was really irking me. Like, Mark in chat knows, man. Like, he was saying some bad shit about me, like going, he's been on the nod. he's on the nod there, and I'm like, talking shit, cunt. I remember you fucking stumbling through the fucking yard, cunt, in the wing, in wing 1. Like, you want to talk shit, cunt? You were stumbling like a dribbling maggot, Spanion. Like, come on, let's be real. Like, people could have fucking graped you in jail. Like, that's how fucking off your head you were, cunt. And you want to talk shit about me at home, in my own parents' house, like when I was like 21. Like, what the fuck, cunt? Like, yeah. That's what irked me. You know what I mean? The only thing that irked me is because he showed my parents' house. Like, because I remember a bloke from his own area rang me and goes, Mick, this bloke from this area, Spanion. And my mate even said he's not really even from this area. He's a blow-in. He's from Marrickville. And I'm like, you know, and he was the one that told me his name and shit. He goes, it's Anthony Lees and blah, 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 blah. And he goes, you want me and the boys to go give him a hiding? He was going to take all the hoods from the area to go give Spanion a hiding. And this is before Spanion had a big fucking following. And I said, oh, man, he's a big dude. He might give his up because these dudes don't train on shit, you know. So I'm thinking, he might kick your ass. And they're like, no, we're not going to play fair, you know. We're going to get him in a group. I'm like, nah, bro, fuck. It's online shit. I said, man, he doesn't even know the fuck I am. He doesn't even. I said, bro, the shit that he was going on about the trolling from me wasn't even me, man. I said, I've always had this account. I said, whoever's trolling him is fucking a fake troll anyway. I said, yeah, Tav hates him. But me and Tav talk. Like, I don't know Tav like full on, but, you know, me and him will say hello if we see each other. He knows my face. Yeah, but last time I seen Tav too, Mark.
Nah, come on, Toby, to be serious. I talk to Trish every day in chat. She's a great gangster and all the rest of it. She's a yachty and all the rest of it. Like, well, let's build super yachts and fucking Burger Kings and all the rest that come about.
Oh, bro, that's the way to be, man. Do your own shit. That's like who Mark's talking about, like the Tavern. He's a graffiti artist. No, he was a graffiti artist. Gee Whiz, Tavern, fucking used to go with this other girl called what's her name? He used to go with Edie Coe, this Aboriginal chick that I don't know from Redfern. And someone's cousin, Mark, Edie Coe. Matt Coe's family. Anyways, Spanion's best mate. See, that's what spins me out. That spins me out. See, that spins me out full on. Matt Coe is one of his best mates. Yeah, bro, Edie, yeah. And that's what spun me out. It's like your best mates with fucking him, but his fam used to be with like that's what spun me. So there must be some beef there. I don't know the beef, but there is some beef there. I can find out and shit when I go down because I'm gonna go see John Orcher and a few other mates from Woolo and that soon. So I'll find out all the shit.
Well, why doesn't Tang, like the Tankstagram, join the panel?
He can, I'll be honest, he can't because certain things that he does. I'll talk. Hey, Greg, he's a good guy, bro. You'd like him.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think he's a fucking trout, like a trout running his mouth, mate, fucking about everything about back in the 2020s.
Well, no, actually, it's going. He's going back 2017, 2018 when Spanion started trolling me was when I was actually in jail. When Spanion started trolling me, I was in jail. That's I can even prove that shit. Like he was talking to this troll out here called Mick Geary, and I was in jail. I never got out till 2017 in November.
Wasn't Mick Geary like one of those gangsters back in the 1980s?
No, Geary.
Oh, that was Mick Geary or Geary?
I'm Geary. I'm Geary. You're talking about Mick O'Leary. Michael O'Leary. And he wasn't a gangster, he was a copper. He got shot by Flannery. The Supergrass. Mick Drury. See? Sorry, Mick Drury. That's his name, Mick Drury.
Lee Zero. I've just hit 50. Do you want to touch my penis? It seems like there's a lot of gay blokes in chat.
It's wrinkly if you want to touch it. Yeah. Mark, did you see? It was I didn't even know about Gain, man. I didn't know that Gain passed away about a year and a half, like a year and a bit ago. Fucking, I went into the frontline front runner, whatever it's called, and we were talking, and we started talking about trans and a few other things, and then he brought up Gain, and I was like, oh yeah, I know Gain. I know Gain and Trade.
Toby, you talk about trans brakes being like a car thing or something else?
No. Trans is a graffiti artist. He wrote Trans. It's like trans, like transit. Like buses.
Do you know any? Do you know Toby? Do you know any like 80s blokes back in the day? Like there were great graffiti artists.
Yeah, Tavern. That's what I'm talking about. Tavern. Yeah, I know heaps.
What did he look like? Was he a fat boy?
You're talking about tons.
No, I can't remember. Was he black or was he white?
White.
Was he Lebanese or was he an Egyptian?
Oh, you're talking about Tech. He's Lebanese. I know you're talking about.
You're fucking blowing. You're blowing me. What were the crews? The crew back in the day in Brisbane. Graffiti artists.
In Brisbane, I don't know, but in Sydney, like the best graffiti artists, I don't even know. I don't even know some of them weren't even in crews, bro. Like the best crew would be 210, which is the dudes I hang around, like Tavern, Floyd Mueller, fucking Sowens, fucking Pex 210, which is Pork Orbit. Then you got Shane Hewitt, Troy Hewitt, like all the Glee boys. Fringe, which was my best mate, Lindsay. That was my best group. Then you had RBS, Rebels, and you had PIC, like Partners in Crime, PSK, Edward Street Boys. Edward Street Boys are just like thieves, though, like 210. Yeah, but the best graffiti artists were like the best graffiti artist I ever knew died. He was from Newcastle. His name was James Clark. He died of a heroin overdose in a pub years ago. Like when I was
heroin hit them all bad back in the day there.
Yeah, dude.
In the 80s, 90s, 2010, they still hit it bad.
Well, that's when I was on it. But yeah, in the 90s, man, they didn't know what they were getting into, man. And they got all this heroin, and yeah, they were all just dropping dead. Yeah, that was the best graffiti artist I knew, though. That'd be random, no trouble. Like I actually know better from then, but yeah, they all learnt similar styles from him, most probably, and people like him. And that was, you had Snarl, like Cinch, Snarl, like these. Michael Harris. I heard that he's dead. Someone tried to tell me Michael Harris is dead, Snarl's dead. And I was like, what? And they said, yeah, he died somehow. I don't know. Yeah, I bumped in a few graffiti artists and they were telling me, yeah, fucking he's dead. And I'm like, what the fuck? This bloke was a nerd. Tech, he was a Lebanese guy from Christian Brothers. He was a nerd. A lot of the good graffiti artists were nerds. Like,
just fence jumpers putting hard out there at the time, Toby.
When did he stab Michael Harris? When did he stab Michael Harris? I've never heard of that, brother. You're talking about when he stabbed Troy Grant. Michael Harris ain't Troy. Like, yeah, Troy Grant was a footy player, like a footy head from Holy Cross. They kept me. I've talked about this, man. I was there that night, all at my house, and the Balmain boys, they left. Like, because we're all there, Glee boys and Balmain boys, and then like the Balmain boys, like, oh, Mick, we're going here. They all left and they went to Glebe, and they fucking went to bash someone. Nope, he stabbed Snarl. I never heard of it. That would have been after I left Balmain. That would have had to have been after I left Balmain. Yeah, that would have had to have been after.
Fuck me, Turpy. Like most of the comments running through You blokes are fucking talking about fucking like the 80s, 90s,
Yeah, no, shit
2000s.
from when I was a kid. Yeah, shit from when I was a kid.
Yeah, like fucking grow. Let's move forward. What's going on in this gangster world now that everyone's recapping? Mate, I grew up with a BMX. What happened to you, and what was the downfall? And when did the surfboard come into your elements there, Toby?
The surfboard was in the elements first, bro. I was a surfy before I was anything else. I used to live in Newcastle. Like I was living in Newcastle till about 10-year-old.
You
My
weren't
brother was
born and
surfing.
bred in Newcastle, but Toby.
No, I was born in Balmain, but we moved to Newcastle when I was about 1.
That didn't take too many suburbs. I mean, a couple of 100 kilometres to move, did it?
No, and then we moved back to Balmain.
Yep.
So, yeah, I went back to Balmain. In the worst stages of my life, too. I just turned fucking 11, 12-year-old, and that's when we moved back to Balmain, like, when the shit, like, impacts on your life. So, all the bad dudes around the area, yeah, like I learned how to, yeah.
Yeah, when your testosterone starts moving and all the rest of it in life.
Yep.
11 to 15, you know, as a male. So.
I can't believe he stabbed Snarl. That's spinning me out. Michael Harris, man, he was a nerd. Michael Harris, I know Michael. Jimmy Chalice, that's Michael Harris's best mate, like Snarl's best mate, Michael Harris. You can call Snarl like Cinch or Snarl. People called him Cinch. That was his first graffiti thing, Cinch, and then he changed to Snarl. He used to write up with Jay-Z, like JSY, which is one of the biggest graffiti artists in Australia now. Yeah. There's
with the JS sort of thing, how far did he reach, Toby? Did he get in to like Melbourne?
Over the world, bro. Over the world. He was in yeah. Everywhere, bro. All over the world. Even like all over Australia, all over the world. He went to Denmark, Germany, everywhere.
Has he formed into a tattoo artist or something like that now, Toby? Or?
Yes. Most of them have, yes.
No, most of the art crew that I know back in the day, that's what they've leaned into. So.
Yep. A lot of them. I just went past another dude that me and Mark and Chet know, Smithy. He's in jail for murder now. His brother's a tattooist. I just went past his tattoo shop the other day. And it was all tons and that's piece up on the side. Mark, I know you don't like tons, but yeah. Fuck, hasn't Tons got a lot of... Tons actually looks like you a bit, Bob.
Mark doesn't like his own reflection. Mark doesn't like his own reflection. Well, let's not like do the genocide thing back when the Germans and all the rest of it did it. Okay. The English overtaking Australia and all the rest of it to be like, fuck, I'm blind as a cat. Don't know what you're talking about, but fucking... Got some understanding about street credit and all the rest of it. So I knew no one, but my mum breeded a great bloke like me, mate.
Oi, Mark, yeah, bro. One of the times I seen him on a train, bro, and he was a security guard, and he was trying to say shit and do shit, and I'm like, fuck off, you fat fucker. And then Kylie goes, that's Tons, I know him. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Who the fuck are you fat fuck? Yeah, because they all thought fucking...
Maybe he was taking advantage of his job situation to get in the rail, like the rail yard there to spray more.
Maybe he's all like. I can't say anything bad about Tons, but I have heard that he is a dog. I don't have proof of it, but I have heard that too. But yeah,
Debbie, can you see two? Debbie, can you see two of me?
No.
You want to smack in the face, motherfucker?
Mate, I can see two of you now.
Dungeon weaving. That's what I like about you young fellas. You're still alive.
Fucking What? He threatened to stab Tons as well. Tons would have shit himself. Because I remember when I first got up to Newcastle and I was telling all the boys, like, they going, where are you from? Rodney Atkinson. He's the only cunt that never liked me, I swear. Goldie. Like, he's this dude on, I can't talk bad about him because I don't mind a dude. But he's a dude that's been on TV talking about he was in Brothers for Life, bikie gang, and he was the hitman. He was the Sydney's hitman and shit, which I've never heard. But anyways, it's been on there. When I first started meeting Kylie's friends, which was Greenie. Remember fucking Greenie, Mark? Remember Greenie, bro? He was a cool little dude. He died. He was a cool little dude, man. I like Greenie, man. There was one dude I liked, man. I liked Don and Serena, but yeah, I like Don. I like Greenie. Yeah, bro. Yeah, I like little Greenie, man. He was a good dude. He's. I used to go spend time with his son and daughter too with him. You know what I mean? Like, and his missus, like me, Kylie, and that used to go over there with our daughter. So I like Greenie a lot.
All right, Tip. I'm going to bounce on this love affair that you've got between old mate in the situation and your livelihood. Mate, you
usually run out of stuff to talk about.
Oh, no, I'm going to bounce, mate. I'm going to bounce for a simple reason is there's common ground maybe, but not common ground over the land of Australia on the southeast coast and all the rest. So you blokes seem like you hang around with a couple of cool blokes, and I'd say cooler blokes. Yeah, you turn it into a bunch of Americans fucking sucking each other off and all the rest. Jeremy, don't take offense, but man,
I don't take offense to it. You can't,
mate. I'm blind. I've had many stubbies. I've had so many stubbies today. Yeah. I like to drink and have a chat around the pub, around the fire, and anything else. Mate, most of your mates dead set. I might actually fucking left kick into the fire if they're not fucking. Nah, fucking.
I'll tell you what, we'll have a beer for sure.
Nah, well, fucking. I'd have a beer with you. I'd have 12 beers with you. But invite a couple of your boys that think they're all gangster and all the rest of it. They might sit round and roost at the moment. Yeah, you know who. You know who is a rooster? The one that lays the egg that actually has the golden child. And that's you, that's you, Turby. You've got 3 beautiful daughters and all the rest. Fuck these little gangster fuckers that you talk to. So. I'm out, mate.
I stopped doing that years ago, gangstering on. Yeah, it's not a good life. And he ends up bad.
No, I'm not here for party like party poppers and all the rest of it. Fucking cheap fireworks, Derby. So
yeah, if LC does go live, because I'm about to leave in about half hour. My mum and I.
LC's not going live. That old cunt's fucking like got a fucking kidney problem and fucking all the rest. He's like walk. He's ready to fucking die in his own chariot.
1 sec, I was going to check this on charge. Oh.
I'm going to bounce Turbo anyway.
All right, Miller.
I'm too happy. I'm too clarified and fucking justified for a Colgate ad. Everyone, brush your teeth. Make sure you look smarter than me. See you, motherfuckers.
I'm gonna throw my bourbon in the fridge too. Yeah, we'll head next half hour, mate. Gotta get us in town just in time, I reckon. Oh. Yeah, it spins me out. Fucking
Where do we get off at the railway?
We'll get off at Central. We'll get a feed there, and then we'll walk down to Darling Harbour.
All right.
5-minute walk, maybe. Or we can get the tram down to the Rocks. It's up to you. But I'm not sure if the tram and the train's running.
I don't do that.
Yeah, Bob's a character. Yeah, a lot of people don't like him, but I don't mind him. He's good value. I like Bob. He's good value. I've got a few family members like him. They're like very vulgar, and like I sort of like that about them. You know, they're outspoken. I like that. You know what I mean? They wear their heart on their sleeve. You know what I mean? Like what you see on their sleeve is what you get. I love that shit. Yeah, but that spun me out, Mark. What you're saying about fucking tons, far out. Can't believe he would have shit himself when Jace put the knife on him. I remember when I first got up here and I was telling Don and that about my mates, and they go, "Oh, where are you from, bruv? Where are you from?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm from Balmain, hang around Glebe," and that. And they go, "Oh yeah, do you know any 210 boys?" And I go, "Yeah, all my mates are 210." And they're like, "What? You know 210?" And I'm like, "Yeah, basically, I'm basically all 210 hang at my fucking, like all the young 210 hang at my house." And they're like, "Oh, what?" I'm like, "Yeah, bro." They all spun. I think that's why Rodney never liked me, man. He's like, because I was with Kyle, and he's like, what the fuck? He thinks he's a fucking Sydney fucking gangster. I didn't think I was anything. You know? Trish. Yeah, no. Yeah, I could show shit about like when I first ever seen Mark in anything. Mark's never really said anything bad about me. Mark's a good guy. He was just brought into a situation like where someone was asking him shit, as he said, like Spenian was just asking him if he knew me. That's why it spun me out. Like they were asking, I was saying my name, and that's when I looked into it more, and I seen there's an account with my name on it. I was like, oh fuck. I said one word to them, and then they blocked me. I can't see it no more. Yeah, so I've had to make new accounts and shit to see what that. I think he's even been blocked by Spenian now, I think. Craig. You're a funny cunt, Craig. Yeah, well, I don't think I've ever been blocked, like myself, like Turpy off Spaniards, because I said straight out to him, I said, man, when I found out like, you know, people were trolling him with my name, I said, man, look, you're getting trolled by my name. I said, it ain't me. I said, but fucking, and that's when I had to go at him, and I said, but I don't take too kindly to you fucking sending my father and mother's picture out there, you know what I mean? And yeah. Other than that, yeah. And even I don't know, bro. From Facebook, when I because I spun me out, Mark. Like, because yeah, you know what photo I'm talking about, eh? Like on the lounge over there, eh? I was sitting on the lounge area for Husky, and I'm on the nod. When I first got showed that, I was like, a dude called Billy showed me from Newcastle, and I'm like, what? Who's this? And he's going, look, they're using your name, and I was like, what the fuck? And he goes, scroll down, and like I started scrolling down, and then then I seen the photo on that, and I'm like, what the fuck? And then I seen a message from you saying, yeah, he's an old knockabout in that, you know, like I won't say what you said, but in that scene, and which ain't like what you said ain't true, like isn't not true, you know what I mean? So I can't say it's fake. It was true. I was a piece of shit when I was younger, and I spun me out. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, where the fuck did they get this from? And because I got no Facebook or nothing, I'm like, where the fuck did they get this from? and I thought, oh, Kylie or Mum, and I went through Kylie's, and I couldn't find any of them photos. I'm like, not hers. No, I better check Mum's. I checked my Mum's, and I found that photo. Yeah, so they got it off Mum's. Yeah, it spun me out though. Yeah, showing me on the nod in my mum and dad's house. I was like, yeah, you cheeky fucker. That's when I started going back at him. You know what I mean? With my like with Turpy. No. This little Billy fella. I met him through a dude who's in jail now. I could go get the dude's name, but he's in jail. Billy Swain. Billy Swain. That's who it is. Billy Swain. Billy Swain, man. Yeah, I didn't know. You know, little Swainy. Yeah, it was one of the Swains. Yeah, Billy Swain. I was trying to think of his name. Young Billy Swain, though. Not old Billy Swain, like the one from Sandgate. I think he still lives there or whatever, but yeah, young Billy Swain. Fuck this boy. What's wrong with Zero? No one's blocked you. No one's blocked you, mate. Yeah, no one's blocked you. Yeah, little Billy Swain, he was the one that showed me. He goes, fucking, is this you, brother? And I was like, you don't know Billy Swain? Them? Oh, his dad or Pop? No, his Pop. His Pop got done on in Sandgate for like heaps of H. You know? Well, not heaps, but you know, a decent chunk. Yeah, that's it. That's who brought it to my attention. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, otherwise, I would have never have known, because like I didn't even jump on. I didn't get on YouTube in that much at all. Like, fucking hardly ever. And that's the dude who brought it to my attention. I was like, oh yeah. And I thought he was joking around. Then when I watched it, it kept on coming. I was like, what the hell? Yeah, he kept on sending me the clips of it, and I'm like the screenshots of it, and I'm like, what the fuck? Because this bloke was trolling Spaniard hard, eh? Like, I won't say he was like, he wasn't saying anything that bad. He was just, what he was doing, he was fully making out like he was me. Like he's saying, and so whoever it was knew lots of shit about me. Like, I mean, had to have grown up with me, had to have. There was things that it was said that there's no one else but someone that grew up with me knew that shit. And I was like, yeah. So I don't know if he was in with Spaniard, like the dude who was trolling me, like making out like it was me. Like, I think Spaniard might know who it was. I'm not sure. Yeah. Bloody oath. Yeah, bro. If I ever, that's why they hated me. They're like, because they kept on saying, we know you're selling this and we know you're selling that. And I was like, what are you talking about? I'm not selling nothing. Yeah, it's man, they carry on a bit full on in Newcastle. Like, it's shocking. District, it's. But in saying that, if you go to district, a lot of the time, because in local, I got no idea they got caught with a gun. I know you don't like him, Mark, so I won't mention his name. Got caught with a gun, and went to local court. He was going to get massive time. Well, he did. I think he got 2 years on the bottom, 4 years on top. So he got minimum 2 years. He appealed it, went to district, got off it, walked. With time served, walked. So, and that was Well, I can say his name, I suppose. He's passed away. Solomon. That was Solomon when he got busted with the Mac 10. And people that say that Solomon's didn't dob me in. That's one thing I can say. I can't say anything else on anyone else. But yeah, Solomon never told on me. He could have. He could have said that was mine and passed the buck fully on to me. But yeah, he never. So big ups to him on that. And my girl was with him at the time, like when it happened. So yeah, he fully could have said. Yeah, he fully could have turned the narrative and got me done for that. So yeah. Like someone else that I know that a lot of people think that's okay. He did bring someone else though, and was trying to tell them it was theirs, and I don't know why, because they had nothing to do with it. Like they already got their cut from what we done. They got their shit, and me and him, we took our shit, and that was part of our shit. So it had nothing to do with them. So, yeah, and this person said he rang up and said, going, tell them it's yours. Tell them it's yours. I'm like, I don't know how true it was, because it would have been at the police station, so they would have had it. Oh. Well, in saying that, Simon tried to stand over me a few times. And, yeah, didn't end up well for him. I'll say that. I choked him out once, put him to sleep. Another time he robbed one of my runners. And so I was looking for him, you know what I mean? I caught him at Huggy's house. You know, Huggy, Mick. So I caught him at Huggy's house, and like I seen him, and like I was going, "What are you doing, cunt?" Said, "You ready?" And he went, "Oh, what? We got dramas." And I'm like, "You fucking know what's going on, cunt. You know what you done." And he fucking ran back to his car and he grabbed a samurai sword and a baseball bat. Like at the time, like only a few months before, me and him were best mates. I was fucking dirty at him, mate. I was like, "What the fuck, cunt?" I was only going to slap him. He's a big cunt. Like, Solomon's as tall as me, but fucking 125 kilo. Like, this guy I'm talking about, guys, this cunt's a fucking, like a man mountain. He's fucking huge. Huge. Fucking huge. Like, most people run from this dude. Yeah, I was dirty. He robbed a dude. A dude was running down Fitzroy Street for me, and yeah, he stood over him, took what he had and shit. Yes, yeah, Huggy and Sparky. Yeah, that's them. How about Huggy leaving his son? Right, like Huggy and I used to be really close, right? And how about him leaving Sparky just in the lurch with nothing? Like Sparky's living in Hemo, but in saying that, he goes to Sparky's house now in Hemo South and hangs around there. And it's like, man, you left your son on the streets for a year with nothing after you sold your house for almost $1 million. Like, the cunt had $800,000, and he was letting his son live on the street being a bum. I couldn't. Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? That spun me out about it. And Huggy always told me he was going to do that, so it wasn't a shock, but I was still like, fucking, you actually done it, cunt? I thought he was just bullshitting me. But he fucking, yeah, he took off and left him. Hey, Roskilly. And sorry to people in chat that don't like this sort of chat. What I'm talking on it for is because a lot of you guys that go to LCs, you don't get to hear this shit. So you only get to hear this shit from me anyway. I ain't pissing your pockets about bullshit. Like, yeah, a lot of people say, what did he do, bro? No, I don't. What did he do? Which one? Sparky or one sec, I gotta go talk, but when I get back, I'll ask you. Sparky or Hook? I mean, Huggy. Yeah. When you said Sparky, I think I know what you're talking about, brother. Yeah. He was, I'm not sure where it happened, but I know people did find it. I think I know what you're talking about. I think I know what you're talking about. I don't know much about it because I haven't been in the scene for a long time, but I do hear whispers. And my nephews that live in that area where he lives all bashed him. Yeah. Yeah, too easy. Thanks for that, Mark. Yeah, message me privately. I think I know what you're talking about because I haven't been in the scene for a long time, brother. I do hear whispers, so I think I know what you're talking about. It's like it's the worst thing you can do basically with crims, Benacrim. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. All my nephews, they never said what they done it for. They said he done something to a girl. I'll just say that. I won't say how old or anything. But yeah, they said he's done something to a girl, and they all chased him around Hemo South, and they bashed him and kicked the fuck out of him and bottled him. Because when Kylie told me, she goes, "Oh, Sparky got bashed real bad," and I was like, "Oh yeah, what happened?" And then she goes, "Oh, it was by my nephews and that." And I'm like, oh, did he deserve it? And they said, "Oh, he touched a girl or something." And at first, I didn't think much of it. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think it's I don't know. Yeah, me and my mum about to head off in town. Mum, what time is it? 7:00? 7:00 train from here? Can you check what time the train comes, Mum? Down in town. Fast train would be good for us. Yeah. But in saying that, anyone that knows Huggy well, Mark, knows he sort of swung both ways. You know what I mean? He liked the lady boys. Facts. People might say that's bullshit, but I know it's facts. And Huggy, if this ever gets to you, I know. Yeah, he liked lady boys. So yeah, apple don't fall far from the tree very often. Yeah. LC will only be live on Kick, guys. Read this message. He will only be live on Kick. He has got a strike on YouTube at the moment. He'll only be like. Yeah, my nephew is the ones that ran around Hemo South kicking the fuck out of him after it. I found out from hearsay, you know what I mean? So I don't know the facts on it or anything. All I know is like a few of my nephews chased him around and bashed the fuck out of him, bricked him, bottled him. They fucked him up. But he still lives over there. So I don't know. It spins me out. It spins me out. Worst thing I've ever. I can't say it on here, but you know what I'll say what happened, but I can't say exactly the details or anything. There was a guy over there. I won't say his nationality because that will put some hate out there too, I doubt say. But there was a male and female that lived over there in Hemo South. This only in the last 2 years. You can check this up if you want. Last 4 years maybe. Yeah, it'd be after that flu shit. I'm pretty sure it was just after the flu shit. Anyways, there was a male and female over there. And yeah, she's cat sitting, yeah. They had a baby. that's how I put it. 6 months old or 3 month old, something like that. Well, something happened to that baby from the guy, and it died. There's no way on earth if he didn't get jailed, he would be able to stay in MSF. No fucking way. That's why it spins me out about how Sparky's still over there. And I'll get to that reason in a sec, because like who's got certain products that people want, they'll turn. This is how it is in the. This is why I turn my back on a lot of the fuckwits from the criminal scene, because a lot of them, they don't give a shit. As long as their habits taken care of, they couldn't give a shit. They don't give a shit what's happening. I've seen that in jail too. Last time I went to jail, like if people have bupe, which is like buprenorphine, the people could basically be charged with nearly anything that people could be charged with, and they would not send them. Oh no, you can't be doing nothing to him. He gets bupe. What the fuck? What, like that shit hit me for a 6. I was like, that's insane. Like, yeah. That's why I said, like, Sparky. I don't know how much shit about Sparky, but yeah, if there was like, it was really, really bad. Like, yeah, they'd have to run him out of there. I'd doubt say they'd have to, and if not, they're turning a blind eye to it because of Huggy. And you know, I'm talking about there, Mark. They turn a blind eye because they think, oh, we'll get cut off or something. You know what I mean? So that's the only thing I can think of. Because the other crims in the area should have just taken shit in their own hands. No, it's shit. Like in the old days in jail, man, you only had to, like, this is why they want facts these days, like paperwork. People used to just whisper to people, here's a PDF file, and he'd get murdered. And sometimes they'd find out that wasn't even the truth. Like he was just a dude in there for drugs or something. I could talk more about on that because my father, he knows a lot about that story I'm talking about with Peter Power, like Pidge. They say that Pigeon flushed a dude down the toilet and shit, or tried to flush him down the toilet. Yeah. It wasn't even him. It was a next door cell to him. This guy called Mick. And, yeah, they put whispers in his ear saying old mate was a blah blah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going very shortly. We'll wait for you to get back there. Yeah, they try and say it was Pidge, but yeah, it wasn't Pidge. It was next door. My dad was there. It was next door, and my father was locked up not long after it happened. My dad went to jail, so he found out a bit about it. Yeah, it was a big dude called Mick. I forget his last name. I did know it. Yeah, they were putting shit in his ear. The dude who I'm pretty sure it was over a debt too, right? Why he got. Yeah. So it was a pretty shit guy. Yeah, and see, a lot of people say they flushed him down the toilet. Back in the 80s, there was no toilets. They had a bucket of shit in. That's where the story gets talked out of shit. People go, yeah, Pidge flushed him down the toilet. He was trying to break his fucking pelvic bone in his skull, but he couldn't break it, and he couldn't get it flushed down the toilet. What fucking toilet? What toilet was there back then? Like, what toilet was he using? The bucket? Buckets don't flush. I'm just thinking, like, yeah. What happened? He got swept up underneath the bed. That's where he got found. He got found mutilated under the bed. That's the story. True story. He was not flushed down the toilet. they tried to pass things out and get them put away. Yeah, I don't know. It's all hearsay, but yeah, I'm pretty sure, almost certain there was no toilet back then, and yeah, so they wouldn't have been able to flush. No one down the toilet. Yeah, Cole. Some of the yeah. A lot of stories don't get told from in there. Like a lot of people that come out of jail too, they'll say that someone gets murdered all the time. Mate, yeah, there's lucky to be one murder a year in jail. Lucky to be one. Some, don't get me wrong, some years have been 4, 5. But usually it's lucky to be one murder per year. And you hear everyone going, "Oh, I've seen a bloke get killed. I've seen a bloke get killed." And usually they see someone get bashed really badly, and they get flown away in a helicopter. And they go, "Oh, he died. He got taken away in a helicopter." No, he was in a bad way, and he got taken away by a helicopter. That's usually what they. When someone says, "Oh, he got murdered there," they usually just mean the dude got taken away in a helicopter. Yeah, that's why I try and talk about the stuff too. Is to talk the young dudes out of it, because a lot of the young dudes think it's a game these days. A lot of the young guys on social media, they try and do crime and try and out better each other. Like, I done a better crime, like not a better crime, like a higher risk crime, which gives you, like, in the criminal world, it gives you like a bigger badge type thing. You know what I mean? And they think that's fucking cool. That's not cool. It means you're a dumb fuck. You got caught and you're going to jail. Like, jails, no. How they make it out to be, it's like a few people on YouTube. That's why I like Nathan Patterson, because he says it how it is in jail. Like, jail's a kind of a place. You don't want to go to jail. Like, you just don't. Jail is a prick of a place. It's there for punishment, man. It's not there for you for a holiday. It's there for punishment. Yeah, so it's good that a few people are actually talking the truth on jail, because a few people like try and make it like it's a place where you get your fucking badge of honor or your fucking shit. And it's like, no, mate, no. I've always been told, mate, you go to jail, you're a dumb fucker because you got caught. Yeah. Fuck. 6:34. I'm gonna have to jump off now, guys, because I'm just jump in the shower and get ready. I will jump off now, and I'll see you Mashry all over on fucking Kick at LC's, man. Thanks for joining. Thanks to Colette. Big ups to you, Colette. You are the #1 donator, and I mean that on my channel. Kick or YouTube, you are. Oh, and someone else, but they want to be anonymous. But you and someone else are the biggest donators. So big ups, Colette. Thank you very much. Guys, I'll see you around 8 o'clock. I'll go live around 8 o'clock. To show like the crowds and how we're going to make our way down to wherever we go. So I'll let you all see it. And I'll see you soon, guys. I'm in town. Big ups, guys. Big ups, Trish, Jeff, everyone in chat. Thanks for all joining in. I'll see you over on LC's. Hopefully he'll full stream me when I'm in town so you can see all the fireworks and shit. I'll go live on YouTube as well, though. So, all right, guys. See you soon.